heading south this week for week 8 of the regular season. Guys, the playoffs are 1 week away, so who's ready for a little Southern hospitality? Well, that guy is Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. He's been huge for the three-headed monsters this season, and the Iceman, cool as can be, George Gervin, coaching up the Ghost Ballers. And how about the little big man? What does Nate Robinson of Tri-State have in store for the rematch against Trilogy? We will see it all tonight. Welcome inside Infinite Energy Arena right here in Atlanta. And I can tell you the energy is just right for week 8 of the Big 3. And we've already seen some fun so far. Threes Company falling to the killer threes, pulling off that upset thanks to a huge second half from Steven Jackson. And the playoffs are just 1 week away. We know the teams, but we don't know the seeding just yet. And on any given Friday in the Big 3, anything can happen. Just ask Brian Custer and Jim Jackson. They're calling all the action tonight.
Thank you, Christina. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Week 8, the regular season finale of the Big 3. I am Brian Custer alongside my partner, the All-American, Jim Jackson. And, you know, Jim, tonight is crucial. You heard Christina pointed out it is all about the seedings, especially with the playoffs tipping off next week in the Big D in Dallas.
Brian, it's all about taking care of your business. If you're power, you win your game, you slide yourself into the #1 seed. Three-headed monsters has to win. Threes Company is right there. They lost tonight, though. So Tri-State has the ability. It's all about taking care of what you want to take care of. But I love the fact that we're in the final week. Playoff standings, the teams are there, but they're not set yet. It gives you more incentive and things to play for.
Well, you heard Jim talk about it for the three-headed monsters. Listen, they want to win. They want to go into the playoffs as the #1 seed. And the offense, it goes through Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, who's had a couple of game winners this season.
Last week was a tough week because Quintel Woods wasn't there, so he wasn't available. So going against Power, they needed that firepower. But all season long, Mahmoud, 10 points. He beat you from the inside, outside, but it's his ability to stretch the defense to force you now to pay attention, and that's when he can drop you off with some passes and get some easy baskets for his teammates. So look for him to be active often and early in this game this evening.
Listen, it's all about seedings, scoring titles up for grabs, rebounding titles up for grabs. There's a lot to play for tonight, and you know what, folks? We are in the ATL, and I'll tell you what, Steven Jackson had one hell of a game to start things off. What will happen tonight? It's the Big 3 here on FS2.
Like companies, like BIGs, got the summer on. Like companies, like BIGs, got the summer on lock. Big 3 on Fox.
Welcome back to Atlanta. 1 game down, 3 to go in week 8 of the Big 3. We have seen some great action already with Threes Company and the Killer Threes doing work early on. Now, the playoff picture is still a bit murky. We do know the teams, but the seeding is still left to be answered with tonight's matchups. Right now, Power is your 1 seed, three-headed monsters right behind them, Tri-State, and then Threes Company, again, came into tonight's game as a 3 seed, but lost in the first game of the night, so they slide down to 4. Now Power will clinch the 1 seed with a victory tonight. Now I'm going to throw it over to the man with all of the access, Michael Rappaport, unprecedented access.
All right, this is Michael Rappaport. I have smash mouth, unprecedented access. Anybody and everybody in the building. It's a beautiful Atlanta night, summer. I got Mike Bibby out here. Mike Bibby, you played for the Atlanta Hawks, okay? What is your lasting memory of you being a Hawk?
I just love the city, how the whole city and the team took me in when I got traded here. It was just, it was a good feeling. I was one of the older guys coming to a younger team, so it was fun.
All right, now your team has been suffering. You've suffered from injuries. How frustrating has it been to sit through these losses this season?
It's frustrating. It's tough to look at sometimes, but, we haven't played, the best we can. So, when we play good, we share the ball, we play together, we win.
All right, what are you guys going to do to play this game and win this game tonight?
Play together, get the hustle plays and, just play together, see if we can get the win.
All right, you're looking lean, you're looking mean, you're looking buff. What do you bench, bro?
I don't know. I just do a regular work. I don't see how much I could do.
All right, Mike Bibby. All right, unprecedented access. Ricky Davis. Tricky Ricky's what they call him. Pretty Ricky's what they call him.
What's up, baby?
Listen, you guys have had a tough season, but you're in the mix for a scoring title, okay? Do you know how many points you need to get the scoring title?
Well, I'm down 3 behind Corey, so got to do a little scoring.
How much you looking to put up tonight?
About 25.
Who's checking you?
Nobody.
Okay, let's do it. Ricky Davis, and I want to say this. Every city we have been to, Ricky Davis on his own time, on his own dime, out there feeding the homeless. I support it. Brooklyn, I'm there.
Man, I appreciate it.
I think it's a beautiful thing, man. I think it's a great thing.
It is. You know, just anytime we can get back and just try to keep everybody together, that's what it's all about.
Pretty Ricky's what they call him. He's going for 30 tonight. Unprecedented access, okay? I'm on the court. I could dance. Watch this. Check that. I could dance. I could tap this. I could do it all. Come here. We're talking to people. Don't worry about a thing. We're on live TV. You think I'm worried? I am not worried about a thing. The good doctor, Julius, we're on live TV, okay? Your team, yeah, listen, okay, first of all, Atlanta basketball. Around 82, 83, a young gentleman for the Atlanta Hawks when they were playing at the Omni, when Mike Fratello with the weird hair was coaching them. Dominique Wilkins, he's sort of the most iconic Atlanta Hawk. What did he bring to the league?
I expect Dominique to walk in here any minute. You know, he loves basketball, and he is certainly, you know, one of the most special players in the history of the league. Hall of Famer, the most notable player to ever play for the Hawks franchise, and that's considering they had Pete Maravich, they had Walt Bellamy, they had Lou Hudson. I mean, they had some pretty great Hall of Famers. But Dominique tops them all. They got a statue, you know, out in front of the arena downtown. And he's a personal friend. So, like I said, I expect him to walk in here any minute now.
Now, you were an Atlanta Hawk for like 3 days in 1973. Do you remember that?
Yeah, back in the 70s, I had a short tenure with the Hawks, a couple of exhibition games, and I went to training camp. And that's when Pete and Lou were there.
Do you have your Atlanta Hawk jersey with Irving on the back?
I do not think I have that jersey.
That would be a cool jersey to have.
Yeah. I think they just gave me one out of the closet. It was like number 59 or something. So
now was Pete
I wasn't really trying to keep that jersey.
I got you. Pete Maravich was on that team. What was he like? You know, there's so much talk about him, so much folklore.
Man, Pete was the consummate gym rat. He loved being in the gym. He loved playing. You know, he and I did a show together in the Superdome before it was really known for hosting big basketball games, and it was just me and him one-on-one in the building. It was awesome. And over the years, you know, he was just a special guy who loved to have fun, knew who he was. He knew where his place was in basketball history, and had some regrets about, you know, not being a champion, but, you know, scoring a lot of points, setting up a lot of guys, making a lot of players better. He was very special.
All right, well, Julius Erving, you're very special, and I have special unprecedented access. I'm going to slide 2 seats over because I could go anywhere I want. Excuse me, sir, sorry. Clyde Drexler, I'll help you up here. I know you're getting a little up there in age. We're heading into the playoffs next week, season 2 of the Big 3. What do we got to look forward to playoff-wise heading into next week in Dallas?
Some hot and furious action. These guys go at it. You got Tri-State Power. You know, they are the toast. You got always Three's Company's good. And lastly, the Three-Headed Monsters were undefeated until last week. So those 4 teams are the toast of the league, and we'll see who emerges from that group.
Now, I was asking Julius about one of the most iconic players in basketball history, definitely the most iconic Atlanta Hawk, Dominique Wilkins. You were a high flyer, but talk about Dominique as a basketball player, as a dunker, as an athlete. And when was the first time you heard the name Dominique Wilkins?
Well, Dominique was phenomenal. I mean, he played during our era, one of the original, you know, one of those guys who came to play every night, got double teamed, and made it happen. So nothing but love for Dominique.
All right, well, the commissioner, Clyde Drexler, I appreciate it. Next week we'll be in Dallas. Playoffs are coming. Thank you, Clyde.
I'll talk to you. Some guys, you know,
You know what? I think we should start fining people like $15. If you don't talk to Rappaport, you get fined.
Maybe give them a whole game.
It could happen. All right, listen, unprecedented access. I'm going to talk to Boozer. All right? Carlos Boozer. I'm going to talk to Boozer first. Booze. Okay. Listen, you guys guys have had a tough season, but let's talk Alaska. You grew up in Alaska.
Yeah.
What is that like?
It's amazing, man. It's all outdoors. You go up camping, hiking, fishing, skiing. It was amazing, man.
Can you start a fire with like sticks and like a newspaper?
Yeah, I learned that when I was like 8, 9 years old.
So if I go out there and we go into the woods and like we get lost, you can hold me down for like 3 days, 4 days?
I got your back, bro. We're gonna make it.
All right, listen, wait, my final question. You guys have had a tough season.
We have.
But you could be spoilers tonight.
Yeah.
What are you guys gonna do to pull out this victory?
We gotta be aggressive. We gotta score, get to 50 first, but we gotta play good defense. They're a good scoring team.
All right. Carlos Booz, Fear the Beard, unprecedented access out here. Mahmoud, we got a little time. I know you're in the zone. Atlanta, you're out here. Atlanta basketball. Talk to me about Atlanta basketball. The Hawks, Mike Fratello, remember that hairdo he had? You're not a guy, you're not a trash talker. I've been talking about, but I don't know if it was like some sort of like wig or like it was glued down. Talk to me about the Atlanta Hawks.
I like the guard that they have this year. Trae Young, he looked good in the Summer League.
Well, what about him that you like?
He's fast, he has range. I mean, he's consistent with his shot from what I've seen. He's explosive. He can get to the rack. I just like him. He has an attitude.
They, they say he reminds people of Steph Curry. A lot of people say that Steph Curry reminds them of you. Do you see a little bit of you and Trae Young?
Well, I mean, definitely. There's a lot of similarities. And it's just, man, it's just an honor to be even mentioned in the same breath with those guys.
All right, listen. You guys got a tough game tonight. Ghost Ballers are playing for pride. They're playing for glory. What are you guys going to do to pull out this victory?
Look, man, we just got to come out and play our best game, what we've been doing all season long, work together, be aggressive on both ends. I think we pretty much look like robots the last 1 or 2 games. We can't afford to do that.
All right, well, have a great game, Mahmoud. All right. I love that dude. Yo, that dude, look up Chris Jackson at LSU. Okay, that dude was lighting people up. He was shooting from the 4-point area. He was shooting from Steph Curry land before Steph Curry knew he was Steph Curry. Unprecedented access out here. Jamario Moon. Hey, Jamario. Hey, Jamario. It's a full moon out here in Atlanta. It's a beautiful summer night. How you feeling, Jamario?
I feel like a full moon.
Okay, that's cool. Now listen, you joined the season halfway through.
Right.
What have you learned about Big 3 basketball?
You know what? I learned you got to stand your own ground.
What does that mean?
You got to stand your ground. You can't let nobody come in and punk you because I think everybody out here trying to see who got the most testosterone left.
How physical is this? Is Big 3 basketball?
Oh man, come on. This go way back to the backyard at the crib. You know, ain't no fouls called at home, so you can foul as hard as you want. So I mean, you lucky to leave here with both of your eyeballs. I tell you that.
All right, now you guys are in the playoffs, okay? But this team is hungry. They're not playing around. What are you guys going to do to pull this victory out?
I mean, we're just going to do what we do. We're going to play like 3-headed monsters.
All right.
We're going to come out, we're going to ball, we're going to play defense and try to get it over quick.
All right, Jamario. All right, good luck. Get out there. All right, I got one more interview. You know what? I got unprecedented access. One of the most anticipated matchups is Rashad McCants' game versus Nate Robinson. Please, Rashad McCants. He's out here looking like, I don't know what you ate, what you're on. You don't have a mask on. You don't have a crown. Last game, you and Nate Robinson, Tri-State, got a little testy. What can we expect from game 2 tonight?
Nate Robinson never responded to my dead meat list. He's still dead meat.
Okay, but you lost the game.
Yeah, but I won the battle.
Okay, he's dead meat. You lost the game, but you won the battle.
Yes.
Now, every game, every week, you rock the mask. Can we expect the mask tonight?
Of course you can expect the mask. But expect a beatdown first.
Are you guys going to win this game?
We got to win this game. This is the revenge game.
All right, Rashad McCants. Yo, stay tuned. It's going to be a great night of basketball. I have unprecedented access out here, okay? I could dance. You see that? You see the footwork? Brian, Jimmy Jack, can you dance? Can you do a soft shoe?
I'm more like a Millie Rock type guy there.
Break dancing, baby. Pop locking. Old school. TikTok.
3-headed monsters. Ghost Ballers. Week 8. Big 3. It's coming up from the A. ATL, Infinite Energy Arena. Here in the A. Lots going on. How about Michael Rappaport D'ing up Mike Diesel, also known as Mike Bibby? You got to put a hand up there. You got to put a hand up, Mike Rappaport.
He never played defense before in his life. Never played defense.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that. That man is diesel. You heard him tell Mike Rappaport. Works out a couple of times a day. Brian Custer alongside Jim Jackson. And today, regular season finale. So the seedings as we get ready for the playoffs. Also, scoring title up for grabs. Interesting because it's between Ricky Davis, who you're getting ready to see play for the Ghost Ballers. You got David Hawkins coming up from Tri-State. And you got Corey Maggette, who leads the pack in the scoring race. He's 3 up on David Hawkins and 3 up on Ricky Davis. But you would think Ricky Davis would have the inside track because all of the offense goes through him.
I was going to say that because Ricky Davis has the opportunity with the ball in his hands the majority of the time. Now, David Hawkins has it too, but then you have Amari Stoudemire, you have Nate Robinson, Jermaine O'Neal, who need touches. So Ricky Davis kind of sits in the position where he can really take a lot of shots without consequence because they're not in the playoffs right now. Not to say that he's going to be selfish in doing so, but the other 2 players that we talked about are positioning themselves for playoffs. So they're going to play within that team system in order to give themselves a chance to win. And not that Ricky won't, but he'll have more shots at the rim.
And usually with Corey Maggette, he's always left, it seems like, power and scoring. But all of a sudden now you're getting contributions from Big Baby. You know, Coutinho Mobley doesn't have the scoring load like he had last season. Exactly. But then he's going to give you some. So you would think that would kind of take away from his chances from staying atop.
Well, I mean, that's the beauty about having a balanced team. You don't have to do everything to put a team on your back to win basketball games. Because at the end of the day, they're going to tell you the scoring leader doesn't really matter. I'd rather be in the championship and win it. But it is good to have that kind of notch on your belt. But I don't think we'll see any guys out here hunting for shots, trying to win that battle, win that prestigious honor in regards to scoring leaders. If you allow it to flow naturally like we've seen, it'll go down to the wire.
Listen, Jim and I try to take you inside the game, but there's another guy who has unprecedented access. He takes you inside the game on the court. It's the Rap Report.
All right, I'm here with Dennis Scott. Dennis Scott, it's the first time you're watching Big 3 basketball?
First time live in person. I brought my 12-year-old son. He wanted to come see it, so I had to bring him.
All right, there's a hand checking is allowed in this. Talk about hand checking being allowed and not being allowed in today's NBA.
Well, for a guy like myself who was never known to play defense, hand checking is a dream come true where you can put your hand on something.
Don't get off. No, don't do it.
Let him go nowhere.
Don't do it.
Come on, now we can play D now. Now we can play D.
So if you were to put together Dennis Scott's Big 3 team, you're the 4th man. Who would be the starting man on your Big 3 team of your era?
Well, my era is no question. Penny Hardaway is going to be at the point. I'm putting Big Shaq down low, and I'm putting Nick Anderson on the wing, and I'm subbing in, and we're winning the whole damn thing.
All right, there it is, Dennis Scott. I have unprecedented access here. The games are about to start. Jimmy, Brian, I'm right here on center court. I'm right here. I'm doing it. Are you? Are you?
No, we're not at center court. We're over here.
You're not at center court.
That's right. We're sitting down working right now.
Okay, but just to be clear, you're not at center court.
No, we're not.
Okay, now I'm at the 3-point line. Are you? Fellas, it's all yours. Let's get ready to play some basketball. Big 3.
I love it. I love it. Regular season finale here. Week 8. Again, this is all about the season. Crucial game for the 3-headed monsters. This is a team that went most of the season unbeaten. Finally took a loss to Power a couple of weeks ago. And now all of a sudden here, they're thinking, listen, we can still go into the playoffs #1 seed. We just have to win. And obviously, if you're Power, they need to take a loss.
Well, it's all about taking care of your business. And the things that you didn't do, I think in an interview, Mahmoud talked about the last couple of weeks. They haven't really played the kind of basketball, especially on the defensive end, that Coach Gary Payton expects of them. So let's see if we see a change in attitude, first of all, with 3-headed monsters coming into this game. Will they be more aggressive defensively? Will they switch? Are they communicating? One shot, one opportunity. Then on the offensive end, you got Quintel Woods back.
Yes.
That takes the pressure and load off Mahmoud to try to do everything. Reggie Evans can score the ball, but you don't want him to be your main scorer. You want him to be the ancillary piece of the puzzle that puts you over the top.
And you know, the interesting is you see their head coach, Gary Payton, coaching them up. And let me tell you something. Gary Payton, the glove, 9-time first-team all-defense in the NBA, and he will tell you, listen, I know it's all about scoring in this league and in the game, but you're going to win here in the Big 3 by getting stops in defense. That's what we're all about.
Well, go back to week 1. He said, listen, the makeup of our team is this. We're going to go through some scoring droughts at times. Okay, fine. Ball may not go in. But what will keep us in the game is when we can get consecutive stops on the defensive end. So if we have a lead, we don't lose it. Or if the team is up, they don't expand on it because we've been able to get multiple stops. And that's coming from a defensive player. His team has bought into it, went away from it the last couple weeks. Let's see if they can get back to playing the kind of basketball we saw when they were 6-0.
And one person you want to watch, how about this guy, Reggie Evans? He's going into tonight's game as the rebounding leader. And he said, in week 3 is when things changed for me. That's when Rashard Lewis went down, the reigning MVP. And I just looked at our team and said, next man up, let's go on a roll. And I took it upon myself to take on more of an offensive role to help this team. What do you see out of him going forward?
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, it may have been week 3 that been the revelation of that, but it was over the summer when he dedicated himself to working on his offensive game that allowed him to perform once Rashard Lewis went out. See, if you don't put that work in and improve on a certain aspect, then when your time is called to step up, you're not going to be able to do it. So it started before. He then stepped up. Defensively, he's been the guy. And more importantly, Brian, his teammates have more confidence in him that when they get him the basketball in certain situations, now he can score, he can come through. That's a difference in what we saw from last year.
They went on a week-to-week basis, winning games in every way possible. Now with the playoffs looming, can you see the three-headed monsters doing that and winning it all?
Well, it's been tough. We talked about it because they escaped a lot of games at the end. They were playing with fire, so to speak, and it came back to catch them when they were at their weakest. That means they didn't have a full complement of players in and off their bench. So, yes, it could come back, but you would expect that the playoffs would be closer anyway. So why not have a team also, this is where it works for you, that have been in tight game situations, that have been down, that have overcome those and been able to win. That's the team that you want to see in a position when it's going to be a tight playoff race.
And now Quintel Woods is back. He missed last week from travel issues, but he's now back. Jamario Moon has come in and certainly given them a fantastic start and push for them, spark. This is the 3rd week for him. He had 24 points in his debut. Last week, he had 8 points. He is averaging 12. Let's see what happens. Three-headed monsters against the Ghost Ballers. Welcome inside Infinity Energy Arena. We're in the ATL, the A, and it is week 8, the regular season finale of the Big 3, and the three-headed monsters take on the Ghost Ballers. As we look at the standings, it's all about the seedings. First game came your way on Facebook. The Killer Threes beat Three's Company. So Three's Company now in the 4 slot. And now the three-headed monsters, led by the Hall of Famer Gary Payton, taking on the Ghost Ballers. Three-headed monsters, they want to be the #1 seed, but they've got to win. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Quintel Woods, Reggie Evans. We're taking on Mike Bibby, Ricky Davis, and Carlos Boozer, led by, since we're in the A, Migos would say Ice. Iceman George Gervin. There's Gary Payton. He wants this one.
I wasn't too happy last week. And again, it's not about the absence of a player. It's that they just didn't play hard. They didn't play intelligent basketball. And they didn't play defense. And for him, forget what happens if we lose the game playing the kind of game we can play. He can live with that.
There's the Iceman, George Gervin. He's the head coach of the Ghost Ballers. And Ricky Davis, the leading scorer for the Ghost Ballers. He's looking for a scoring title. 3 points behind the leader, Corey McGetty. Quintel Woods misses. Boozer, the bucket, and 1.
Trying to exploit a mismatch right there with Quintel Woods going one-on-one against Mike Bibby, but this time the ball doesn't scratch the surface of the rim. That's why Carlos Boozer was able to gather the rebound. He hesitated a little bit right there, but smartly went back up and complete now the three-point play.
Three-point play. Boozer 2 rebounds behind Reggie Evans for the rebounding title. Now rebound behind. Just 1 back. Here's Mahmoud. Hesitates. Ball fakes, kicks it to Reggie Evans. The 12-footer's good.
Yeah, but that's a shot you want to make Reggie take and make. Okay, you knock it down, that's one. Carlos Boozer, you don't have to be as anxious to run out. Force him to have to make a couple more before you close down his airspace.
Here's Boozer. He's got the hot hand, knocks down another one. Three-point lead, Ghost Ballers. Mock move, knocks it down. That's a 2, though.
Just walks into a spot. And such a beautiful jump shot and touch.
They'll call that one the bump and the push on mock move.
Well, you think about it, you're a right-handed player. That left hand, that left dribble is a rhythm dribble that gets you into the mode and rhythm into getting that jump shot up.
Ricky Davis misses that 3. And mock move steps on the out-of-bounds line. Turnover. Here's Bibby. Kicks it to Boozer. That one in and out. And here's Quintel Woods. Back after missing last week. Spins. And gets the roll.
And that's much needed because what Quintel gives you, you see the offensive side of it. Able to get to the basket, shoot the jump shot. But on the defensive end, he gets you rebounding and he can switch and guard multiple positions. Missed that last week.
There's Ricky Davis.
Good move, Rick, good move.
Again, the drive, Mike Bibby does a good job of cutting Quintel off to the baseline, but the spin move, and then once he's elevated up, there's really not too much that Mike Bibby can do.
Ricky Davis came into the night 3 points off the scoring lead. Told our Michael Rappaport I probably need about 25 if I want to win the scoring title.
And Ricky Davis trying to deny Mahmoud the ball, which is smart.
Quintel Woods misses that 3. Here's Boozer.
Go by him, Bull. Go by him, Bull.
Jordan.
Inside to Reggie Evans. That foul's on Mike Bibby.
Yeah, the strength of this three-headed monster team also is when Mahmoud is able to get into a pick and roll scenario. Because now you have to decide, am I going over the top? If I go under, he can shoot it. Are we going to trap it? Especially if he runs with Quintel Woods, he can step back and shoot.
Mahmoud shot that one a little strong. Here's Bibby. Gets a screen. Boozer rolls. And that one comes in and out.
Great pick and roll, just unable to finish that time by Carlos Boozer.
Here's Quintel. With 5 on the shot clock, pulls up, knocks down the jumper at the foul line.
Well, great use of the pick and roll that time. He allowed Reggie Evans to take that shot, and because it was lower, when Booz went underneath, Quintel Woods was easily able to get to that 15-foot jump shot at the free throw line.
6-0 run by the three-headed monsters. Ricky Davis will go back to the line.
Okay.
So here's Ricky Davis. What a job he does. You know, his Legacy Foundation feeds the homeless in every city we go. In fact, they did it here. They fed the Fountain of Hope. It's a local charity here who feeds the homeless in Atlanta, and his Legacy Foundation provided the food. Said they're going to do it again next week in Dallas and, of course, in the championship in Brooklyn.
Well, and that's coming from a guy that's not playing in the playoffs.
And that's something.
So we talk so much about the players and what they do and don't do. Here's a young man and with his family decided to make a difference in all these communities. See Mahmoud knocking down that jump shot that he plays in. So, but that piggybacks and mirrors exactly what Ice Cube and Jeff Parkins does with the youth clinics. With the Big Three when they come to town. So it's just not we're coming in town to play a little game and have some fun, but we want to have a lasting impact and impression among these communities as well.
Boozer, the jumper, no. 3-point lead for the three-headed monsters. This time he's going to drive on Reggie Evans. Slaps at it, but not enough as Boozer powers it in.
I like to see this team retool a little bit. You get a healthier Carlos Boozer in regards to being in real tip-top shape next year, a healthy Mike Bibby, you add a couple of components, you know, they have the talent, they just weren't able to string the game together because of some certain aspects and things that go on right, but no doubt they have the talent to win in this league.
Here's Quintel Woods. Reggie Evans has it knocked away. Woods follows it up and one. 3-point lead for the three-headed monsters. They're looking to be the #1 seed heading into the postseason. And right now, they've got a 3-point lead over the Ghost Ballers. We're in the A regular season finale. It's the Big 3 here on FS1.
Welcome back. Atlanta's hot as ever. The stars are out in the building. C. Webb, Chris Webber, 5-time All-Star. A lot of talk that he should be in the Hall of Fame. And right now, three-headed monsters up 3 points. And Reggie Evans, you don't want to get hit by him a little bit when he set these screens, so you kind of brush off him. But what it does, it opens up opportunities for his teammates. So a guy that's averaging 15 points, 10 rebounds, improved his offense, still sets picks as hard as anybody has ever done it, freeing up his teammates.
Here's Quintel Woods, been 4 years in the NBA, shooting 1 for 2. Left it short, but there's Reggie Evans tapping it. Ivan Johnson comes away with it. Ricky Davis to Johnson. Boozer fades, got it.
Tough shot. See how crowded it was right there by the block. And three-headed monsters were right there in position that time. When Mahmoud went for the slap down, Carlos Boozer was just able to pull up over the top.
Mahmoud, he is quick with that release.
But here's the thing. At his age right now, he's not going to blow by you, but the thought that he can get by you a little bit frees up enough space that the defender is going to give him room enough just to keep that jump shot.
Reggie Evans finishes, puts it in. 6-point lead for the three-headed monsters. First team to 25. We go to the half.
And this has been an issue with the Ghost Ballers in the past in regards to starting off the game pretty well, but then having a few possessions off, and the other team, their opposing team, takes advantage of it. Another lost possession, a tough shot that time by Ricky Davis. Can three-headed monsters take advantage of it?
Here's Quintel Woods to his sweet spot. Too strong, though. And Davis. Been relatively quiet in the first half. And the Ghost Ballers have fallen in love with the jump shot. Here's Reggie Evans. Jab step.
Ricky Davis wants this right here.
He's got the mismatch. Kick to Boozer. Boozer missed it. Follows his own shot, misses it again. He'll go to the line, though.
Yeah, but that quick attack, once Boozer caught it, instead of settling for the jump shot, he saw that Reggie Evans was out of position. And right now, Carlos Boozer in the first half doing a little bit of everything. 4 for 9, 9 points, no jump shot, little drive to the basket. Now he finds himself back at the free throw line.
So here's Booz, shooting 1 for 2, missed it. Ivan Johnson gives him another chance. Too strong again. Mike Bibby come in and give Booz a blow. Mario Moon is checked in for the three-headed monsters. And he's got the mismatch, working on Mike Bibby. 5 on the shot clock. Pulls, got it.
Well, that's the impact we saw in his first game when he came in after the Rashard Lewis injury. Hit that big 4-point shot to win it, but he gave you another scoring option, another player that had size, athletic ability.
7-0 run for the three-headed monsters. They come in as the 2 seed, looking to be the #1 seed. Ricky Davis. It's a 2, though. Foot on the line.
It's only a matter of time before Ricky gets in that scoring mode. And I like the fact I want him to be more aggressive, but he's not forcing it. Tough little pass right there by Jamario Moon.
Let's take a look at this one from Ref Cam and clearly see that foot on the line.
Oh, easy call.
feeling it now?
Here's Davis. Ivan Johnson now on the block. 5 on the shot clock. Davis got to force it up. Knocked away. Jamario Moon. It's a shot clock violation, so three-headed monsters have to inbound.
Yeah, loose ball and Ghost Ballers didn't have the possession before the shot clock went off.
Don't get Rick, man. We got to get him
the ball goes out on the side.
Here's Mahmoud. Got it. Off one foot.
Greg, come on, get out.
Some things just don't get old, right?
All right, I need one. I need one. Okay.
Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf got 9. Three-headed monsters 4 points away from the half as Ricky Davis. Ooh, tricky Ricky with the pull-up pop.
Shot 1-2.
Here's Mahmoud again. The dish to Reggie Evans.
Well, what happens, Brian, is because these jump shots go in. See the pick and roll
Rick,
now. Ivan has to sit there. Ivan Johnson has to sit there and kind of hesitate and wait and try to get back. But then on the very next play, Ivan jumps out. Now it's a slip pass inside to Reggie Evans. See, that's the dilemma that Mahmoud puts you in when he runs the pick and roll, especially when he has an empty corner. You got so much space to work with.
Mario West will check in for the Ghost Ballers, seeing his first action of this game. Here's Reggie Evans, co-captain of the three-headed monsters. Mike Bibby clears it. As his coach looks on, he'll shoot the 4. Here's Mahmoud, get a hand in his face. That one hit the side of the backboard.
He wanted that one too bad. I mean, that's why he did it. I mean, he was yelling to get the ball, get his feet set. That time just shot a little quick, not in rhythm. Rarely will we see Mahmoud.
Moon,
See
you ready to go?
that's real hustle right there by Jamario Moon.
Yes.
Come on,
Mahmoud laughing at himself. You allow one of those, bro. Don't worry about it. Every now and then.
Happens to the best of them. Here's Bibb. Booze, pull, still short. Knocked down his first 2, but gone cold since.
That pick and roll isolation on the corner.
Here's Mahmoud. Put a hand in his face, someone.
Well, here's the thing, though. But Carlos Boozer has to be up on that pick. If he's going to be there, he has to make his presence felt, and they have to make a decision. Are we going to trap that? If we're going to play in between, he's going to get that shot or pass it.
And alley-oop, no. Mahmoud's got 11. Jamario Moon, yes. And the three-headed monsters go to the half with a 10-point lead. Gary Payton's squad looking to be the #1 seed heading into the postseason and had themselves a very efficient first half.
It's all about closing out the half. That time, three-headed monsters on multiple possessions took advantage of Mahmoud off the pick and roll. Great defense, able to get shots inside, and the inability for the Ghost Ballers to be able to put the ball in the basket and get consistent stops. That's something that has plagued this team throughout the course of the year. It's no different right now.
You see Gary Payton giving them the instructions. His team's got a 10-point lead. They want to be the #1 seed. It is the regular season finale. It's the Big 3. We're in the ATL. And it's all here on FS1. We'll be back.
Tomorrow with the U.S. boys semifinals. It's all times off at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox. We're streaming live on the Fox Sports app. Well, welcome back to Atlanta. Week 8 in the Big 3. And look at the meeting of the basketball minds. Chauncey Billups, Chris Webber, Baron Davis, and Dennis Scott to be a fly on the wall for Hoops fans there, listening to those conversations. Well, we've got a game so far in our first game here on FS1, the three-headed monsters with a 10-point lead, thanks to a great game so far from Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. But let's go back to our first game of the night. You saw it on Facebook, the Killer Threes. Guys, they are not in the postseason, but certainly playing with pride tonight. And how about Steven Jackson going to work inside? This guy was on a tear in the game. And oh, Jason Max Seal, the big fella, with the putback for Threes Company. And how about Allen Anderson got hot late? And look at this one. The bank shot for the win. Killer threes, 51-44, gets the win tonight. And look at our stars of the game. 25 points from Steven Jackson, 6 boards, 20 from Andre Emmett for Threes Company in a losing effort. 4 boards from Emmett. And every Friday night, Facebook will be your exclusive home to the first game of the Big Three. Next week, we roll on to Dallas for the Big Three semifinals. It all comes your way next Friday, August 17th, live at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Facebook. Guys, we are really looking forward to the second half here in our second game of the night, and the guy with all of the access, Rappaport, with the Rap Report. Who are you talking to?
I'm here with Reggie Evans. Listen, you guys are up 25-15. You need this win. They're just playing to ruin your day. What are you guys going to do to close this out?
We just got to stay consistent, make sure we get all the 50-50 balls, and just take advantage of our offense and stuff like that. Staying consistent.
How much fun are you having this season, Reg?
I'm having a lot of fun. It's always fun when you win it. You know, winning heals everything.
All right, Reggie, have a great game, man. Good luck. Brian, Jimmy, I'm on the court. The game's about to start. As you can see, I could check myself in. I could check myself out. I could eat a hot dog. What can you guys do?
Well, I tell you what we can do. We can tell people what's been going on. You know, the Ghost Ballers led this game 12-11 at one point, and then all of a sudden the three-headed monsters go on this 13-5 run, thanks in part to Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, who's done it for him for the majority of the season.
Yeah, it's been Mahmoud, of course, in the first half, knocking down buckets, but as we see with Ghost Ballers, those empty possessions allowed three-headed monsters to come in and take advantage, and advantage they do, whether it's Mahmoud with his 13 points, Quintel Woods hitting a couple of jump shots, Reggie Evans keeping possessions alive. And when you're Ghost Ballers, your margin of error is very slim. So you have to be able to take advantage of your offensive opportunity when you have that chance.
Ghost Ballers only had 2 players score in the first half. That was Ricky Davis and Carlos Boozer. 10-point lead for the three-headed monsters. They come into the night as the 2nd seed, looking to become the 1st seed as playoffs tip off next week in Dallas. Here's Ricky Davis. He had 6 in the first half. That was knocked away by Reggie Evans. Reggie and 1. And Reggie Evans continues his great play for the three-headed monsters.
And this may be a situation where, one, Reggie Evans wins the rebounding title, but also could be Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, he may have slapped the wrist, but the official didn't call it, so the ball and play continues to move on. And that time, the hesitation by Ricky Davis allowed Evans to garner, catch, now get to the free throw line, try to complete a 3-point play.
16-5 run for the three-headed monsters. And they're up 13. First team to 50 wins this one. You got to win by 2 in the Big Three. Here's Ricky Davis. Slapped away again by Reggie Evans, and he lays it in. 2 great defensive plays by Reggie Evans.
Listen, the reason why Reggie stayed in the lead for so long, KYG, know your game. He wasn't out there trying to score, trying to be a 3-point shooter or one-on-one. It was defense and rebounding and being a leader. And you still see that aspect in Big Three league.
Carlos Boozer drives, he'll go to the line.
The quick hands. But you understand your opponent. You know Ricky Davis loves to go right and pull up for that jump shot. And understanding who you're playing against is as important as anything else, especially from a defensive perspective.
Carlos Boozer knocks down the free throws. Here's a Mahmoud. He's got 11. Kicks it to Reggie Evans. Mahmoud again. Too strong. Crowd was looking for it. Look at that defense. Bibby for 4. Short. Ricky Davis knocks down the 10-footer.
Yeah, right in Ricky's sweet spot right there. He was able to catch, turn those shoulders, and let it go. Mike Bibby would have failed four-point attempt, would have got back to his teammate.
Ricky's got 8. Inside, Jamario Moon. Left it short. Boozer
hasn't been able to find that range that we saw early on with Carlos Boozer. He may want to start to put the ball on the deck and go at the rim.
Jamario Moon will draw the foul. He'll go to the line. Moon played 5 seasons in the NBA. He's averaging 12. The three-headed Monsters, his 3rd week with the squad. Ricky Davis now. Boozer lays it in.
How about the role reversal? That time Ricky Davis goes over and sets a pick for Carlos Boozer to be able to use it and get to the basket, cause a little confusion that time for three-headed Monster.
Here's Mahmoud. Reggie, open jumper, got it. Reggie Evans has 11 points.
Come on, Mario.
Carlos Boozer, the game high with 13.
You guard Mahmoud.
Here's Bibby, 2 on the shot clock. Shot clock violation for the Ghost Baller.
But did you notice one thing? The ball stayed on this side of the court. It really didn't cross over that half center line, and it just stayed there. So it was easier defense that time for three-headed Monsters, and it was too jumbled up really to get a high percentage shot.
Here's Mahmoud. Step back. Give me that. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. He now has 15. Mario West uses his size, lays it in. 11-point lead for the three-headed Monsters. Here's Quintel Woods. Mahmoud again. That one blocked by Mario West. Good defense.
Yeah, but he was able to close that airspace out. He was right there on the dribble. Mario West able to block that shot, now take advantage. Yeah.
Wide open Quintel Woods. You don't see this often on Mahmoud.
Well, you don't, but Mario West able to use his quickness and stay with Mahmoud. And again, because he was on his right hand, he was able to recover on that right hand and be able to get a block.
See, Reggie Evans is calling for a challenge. They said it went out on him. He wants Gary Payton to challenge it. Each team gets a challenge.
I thought you only could do that at certain times. You can do that anytime? You can do that anytime? Yeah, what?
The refs will take another look at it.
Y'all take the natural part of the game away. It's a judgment call anyway. Oh, you know, I ain't gonna never argue.
That angle's tough. Off a foot. Oh, looks like off the foot of Mario. How about that from a ref cam? Went off the foot of Mario West. So that's a good challenge by Reggie Evans.
Let's go, Rick.
Here's ref cam now.
You got it, Chad. You got it, Chad. You got it.
Take a look right there at the end of the play, Mario West, that left foot. You can see the angle change on the ball as it comes down and gets kicked out of bounds.
So it's a good challenge for the three-headed Monsters. See if they capitalize.
Oh, boy.
Here's Reggie Evans. Working on Boozer. To Mahmoud. That's money in the bank, folks.
But you see how fast he sprinted off? That time he sprinted off of that pass, but Reggie Evans stuck his butt out just enough to force the defender to have to take a different pass to try to guard.
Mario West with the Euro step.
Let's take a look at the end of the play. After the handoff, that butt sticking out right there. See how Mario West had to jump up? That gave the opportunity for Mahmoud to get a shot. But if he doesn't sprint off, he doesn't create that space to get open.
Go around.
Mahmoud has got 17, game-high score.
There you go. It's all day there.
Let it go.
Hey, move. Go to the hole. Let's go to the hole.
Ghost Ballers are inbound.
Go get it.
Here's Ricky. From Steph Curry range for 4. Yes. Yeah, Ice Cube, the league founder, looking on. Quintel Woods. Drive. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, well, that time it was multiple fouls. That could have been called on Mario West. But look, step back.
Mario.
Foot, left foot inside.
You did everything. Just don't
right
reach.
There. So Mario Moon didn't think that Ricky Davis would let it fly.
Ricky Davis now tied for the league lead and made 4 points with 3. Here's Mario West. Oh, the crossover. Oh, don't hurt him, Mario.
Give a little pose after that.
Hey, Rob. He's supposed to play that.
And he gets a steal. Mario West has come in and given him quality minutes. Ricky Davis. Pretty Ricky's what they call it.
And they take that away, saying that Carlos Boozer held Mario Moon on the weak side, not allowing him to get in position to get Ricky Davis. Take it in. Look at the play here, the pump fake. Right there,
he held it. He gave the old
listen. You can't, if you call those Boozer, bro, you can't even argue with that call right there.
Let it go, Rick. Come on. You playing too good. You playing too good.
Here, George Gervin, he wasn't going to sub me, but he said, listen, Rick, you playing too good. Stay in there. 7-point lead. Mahmoud, give me 2 of them. Mahmoud is blessing him, isn't he?
Blessing him with a plethora of jump shots from all points of the court.
He's got 19. However you want it, Mahmoud will give it to you. It's the Big 3 here on FS1. Not hip-hop royalty here in Atlanta. 2 Chainz. Taking pictures. Signing autographs for the crowd.
He got more than 2 chains on, though. I mean, I'm just saying, that's way more than 2 chains.
Listen, all he wanted to do was make his mama proud.
Well, he started with 2 chains, and then he got popular. Now he got like 8 all diamond, all iced out.
This is what's at stake. Seeding for the playoffs going into Dallas next week. Power, the #1 seed right now, with the 3-headed monsters right behind them. Both the teams with the same record with a victory. Hey, 3-headed monsters, they pull up into that #1 seed, but Power yet to play. Right now, those 3-headed monsters led by Gary Payton with a 9-point lead. First team to 50 wins it. You got to win by 2. Here's Ricky Davis. Yes.
Well, and I like the play out at the timeout. Attention to detail. Coach Gervin draws it up. Your team executes it again, whether it goes in,
1-2.
but you have to be able to get a high-quality shot that time. Right on for Ghost Ballers.
Ricky Davis has got 14. He came into the night 3 points behind the scoring leader, Corey Maggette. Said he needs 25, he thinks, tonight to claim the scoring title. Reggie Evans can't be stopped tonight.
You just saw the look on Ricky Davis' face. He stared Reggie Evans down. I was like, are you serious? Are you serious?
40-31, 10 points away from victory of the 3-headed monsters. Reggie Evans has got 9 here in the second half. Ricky thought about the 4. He'll have to take it off the rim.
Yeah, but he had the three-point shot on the pass initially out, but he got greedy a little bit. It was looking
Reggie
for
Evans flips it up and in.
Now, did he clear the lane, Reggie Evans, once the ball got advanced outside off the shot? Again, he has to get 2 feet outside of the lane.
They say no basket.
Yeah. It's the right call. He didn't clear the lane. You had to get outside of the box in the paint and then reestablish yourself back inside.
Boo, go get it, Boo. Look, what we doing?
Clearing violation.
Real quick.
Referees are going to discuss their call. We're taking another look.
Well, right there, Reggie Evans is inside the lane. So if he didn't clear, it's an easy call for the officials right here to take away the basket. Right here, he's still in the lane. He's still in the lane. He's still in the lane. He's still in the lane, and he finishes still in the lane. So it's not a hard decision or hard call right there. Ghost ball is ball, no basket. Unless they called a foul before the play. Again, the ball has to touch the rim for it to be a lane violation.
We have the play we talked about pregame. We have a take foul by Boozer, but he can't get a shot because they didn't clear. But the take foul still counts.
Should be on the side, blue on the side.
1 for 2.
What happened to the take foul?
So you hear the ref that were discussing, did he clear the lane?
But it was the foul first on Carlos Boozer. Here's where the violation takes place. Keep your eye, Reggie Evans inside. And before the ball gets to Evans to go up for a shot, they called the foul on the floor on Carlos Boozer.
Yes, it wasn't, as you pointed out, clearing violation, but because the foul came first, they're in the bonus, so he's going to shoot the free throw. So here's Reggie Evans. Look at that line. 13, 7, and 7.
For the course, right?
Yeah, and he is fighting for the rebounding lead as well. And Carlos Boozer.
Short.
It's short. Ricky Davis pulls it. Here's Mario West. Boozer knocked away. Ricky Davis splash.
Well, you talked about the rebounding lead. Reggie Evans came in 2 rebounds ahead of Carlos Boozer, 70 to 68. Right now, Reggie Evans has 7. Carlos Boozer has 8.
Here's Boozer there. Missed the bunny. Loose ball. That pass too hot for Ricky Davis.
And I think that's a shot right there for Booz, probably not being in tip-top shape, that comes in next year slimmer, ready to go, that he makes. And then once again, the opportunity for Ghost Ballers to get out of a bad situation. Now the ball goes out of bounds. Another lost possession in late game situation for Ghost Ballers.
Here's Mahmoud. 7-point lead. Here's Jamario Moon. Dribble, pull up, in and out. Reggie Evans, rebound. Moon, yes, inside.
And part of being a really good rebounder, especially offensive rebound, it's understanding where the ball is going to carry him off. That time, Reggie Evans able to get inside position on Carlos Boozer, once again keeping their possession alive.
5 on the shot clock. West powering his way to the rim. Yes, just overpowered Mahmoud.
Well, and I like that from the fact that he didn't settle for trying to take a jump shot over the top. It's easier to bail your opponent out, but that time Mario West stayed with it. Got himself inside for an easy 2.
Here's Moon. The 3. Yes! It's a full moon here in Atlanta.
That could be a big sign for three-headed monsters going into the playoff. If Mario plays like this, now you have 4 guys really with 3 on the perimeter that can knock down shots.
10-point lead. 5 points from victory. Here's Moon for 3. It's too hard. Here comes Boozer now. West blocked. Gets his own basket. Cleans up his own mess. And the lead is now 8. West has got 8 points here in this second half. Knocked away from Mahmoud. Ricky Davis diving forward.
Want some hustle? Here you go, both guys getting on the floor. Their hands and knees dirty.
Both Boozer and Evans, 9 rebounds each. Ghost Ballers down 8, but Ricky Davis, he's got 16. He's now the scoring leader here in the Big 3. Came in 3 points behind Corey Maggette.
Yeah, Ricky Davis didn't start off being aggressively looking for a shot, but slowly kind of got into a rhythm. Pat can pull up jump shot. We've seen many a time from him catch and shoot, free throw line, and then to set it off right. Give you all 4 of those for Ricky Davis.
So the three-headed monsters, 5 points away from victory. Looking to go 7-1 and finish the regular season 7-1. Right now they sit at the number 2 seed for the playoffs next week in Dallas. You can see the games on Fox.
What my man doing?
Reggie Evans, 2 assists, a rebound away from a triple-double, and Mahmoud still delivering buckets. He's got 21. Here's Mario West.
Get it, go. Now go.
5 on the shot clock. Euro step, left hand, no. Reggie Evans, yes. Three-headed monsters, a point away from victory.
Take it, Greg, take it.
Here's Ricky Davis. Steps inside. Jamario Moon steals it, lays it in, and the three-headed monsters walk away with a 51-37 victory. Gary Payton's squad, looking to become the number 1 seed, does their job. Now they sit and wait to see what happens with power. And what a game for Reggie Evans. 15 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists.
Yeah, and multiple steals like you see right there. Again, how do you make your presence or impact felt? A lot of times guys focus just on the scoring aspect of the game. Reggie Evans, defense, rebound, setting picks.
You know, he said in week 3 when Rashard Lewis, who was the reigning MVP, went down, someone had to step up. and he has done it. He's with Michael Rappaport.
All right, Reggie, big win. You guys are getting in the playoffs. Are you going to watch the next game and see how the seeding plays out?
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely going to watch the next game, but, for anything, I'm still a fan of the game. So, I got to come see all my brothers play and stuff.
Now, your son gets me confused all the time. Can you explain to the audience, what is my name?
Larry Bird.
Okay, see, he gets it wrong all the time. I'm so much better looking than Larry Bird. I appreciate it. It's fine, though. All right, Reggie, how much fun are you having season 2? Your guy, Gary Payton, is you're a quiet guy. Your coach isn't quiet. Talk about Gary Payton.
Gary brought me into the league, So I already know how Gary is. I know how to, handle Gary when he's going off and stuff like that. So I'm kind of numb to it, but I love Gary because he helped you be a real man in this game. He make sure you're not soft.
All right, well, congratulations on the win. This is Larry Bird signing off right now, you guys.
Michael Cuckoo Bird is what it's more like. Gary Payton's squad finished the regular season at 7-1 thanks to Reggie Evans, who's the rebounding leader of the Big 3. Now they wait to see what Tri-State does. They're up next here on FS1.
Welcome back to Atlanta. What a turnout so far here in the A. Look at Mahmoud with a huge game for the three-headed Monsters. This team lost their first game of the season last week, and what a bounce-back game for them this time around. Jamario Moon, they're finishing with the lay-in for a great night so far of Big 3 hoops. Now, we've got a very important and feisty rematch of Trilogy and Tri-State, one of the most heated games of the season. We saw it in week 1. We coming up with Michael Rappaport, who's got all the access in the layup lines, the warm-ups. Let it go, Rapp.
Oh, I have unprecedented access. It's called Smash Mouth Sideline Reporting, and I expect this game to be a Smash Mouth game. There's plenty of stars in the building. Rashad McCants. This last game it went viral. What can we expect from this game?
I mean, this is the second time you interviewed me, so I figured it'd give you something. We got to give you something this time. So, hey, expect the battle. I think two good teams, a lot of good players. I'm at Nate's neck.
Okay. Okay, now I didn't see, did you wear a mask?
Clubber Lane.
Yo, I want to say something. Rashad McCants totally gets everything that the Big 3 in Capitals. I got Chris Webber here. C-Web. All right, this guy needs no introduction. If you were putting together a Big 3 team to take on the villain from outer space, what would be your crew, C-Web?
All time.
All time.
I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to take George Gervin. I'm going to take Gary Payton. And then I'm going to come and play and see what we can do.
I like that crew. What do you think of the physicality out here?
Hey, I love it. And it puts you in a different position. So if you're small like a Mahmoud or a Nate Robinson, you have to switch. And if you're big, you got to go out there and check them. This is really how basketball is done, with spacing, correct play. So I love it.
All right, well, enjoy the game. This is going to be a good one. Christina?
All right, thanks a lot, Rap guys. We have got the rematch. Trilogy looking for some revenge. How about Mr. T?
Regular season finale. Big 3 here on FS1 as the defending champions, Trilogy, taking on Tri-State. We take a look at the stand. This is a big game for Tri-State. Came into the night as the 4th seed. Well, they move up to the 3rd seed. Three's Company's already lost. They lost the first game that took place on Facebook. So now Tri-State looking to move up as the playoffs kick off next week in Dallas. Brian Custer alongside Jim Jackson. This is an interesting matchup because you remember back in week 1, Rashad McCants loves to intimidate his opponent, wears these masks. He wore the Jason mask. Nate Robinson had a game winner against him, didn't take too kindly to it, and went and stole the mask from him.
Well, you know what, Nate later apologized for it, but the emotions of the moment, Al Harrington didn't play in this game. The trash talking back and forth. Remember, this was a Trilogy team that after every game they would bow at center court. So it was a lot of animosity built up, not because they didn't like them, just because they were the winner, they were the champ. Nate's first year, he had a lot of stuff going on, and he wanted to prove that this wasn't going down like that this year. So I'm looking forward to seeing this battle again. Again, different things on the line. Trilogy not in the playoffs, but still a little animosity, I think, on both sides from that first game.
Well, for Trilogy, their head coach Rick Mahorn had a back procedure. We wish him well. So Kenyon Martin, who's been injured, he's going to do the coaching. He's also the captain. James White, Al Harrington's back. He missed last week with a knee injury. Rashad McCants. And for Tri-State, Amari Stoudemire. David Hawkins, who came into the night 3 points behind Corey Maggette for the scoring lead. Hawkins also an MVP candidate, and Nate Robinson will get the start. Jermaine O'Neal not here for Tri-State, so Bonzi Wells is activated, and he will be playing for Dr. J's Tri-State squad.
And it'd been interesting to watch Kenyon Martin as he, for me, it's the substitutions pattern, also some plays coming in and out of timeouts.
Oh my, Amari!
Like we saw with Mahmoud, Nate Robinson puts a lot of pressure on the defense when he uses the pick and roll. That time the patience allowed Amari Stoudemire to get inside and start this game off with a dunk.
McCants shot. No, but there is Al Harrington to lay it in.
Al, a.k.a. Buckets.
Here's Nate Robinson. They go to the same play. This time David Hawkins for three. No.
Simple two-man game. That time a little confusion again on the switching, or going to stay at home with Tri-State. I mean with Trilogy. And Dr. J wanted to run that play again. Why not use it one more time to see if Trilogy makes an adjustment defensively, instead bailed out with a jump shot.
It's the other way. Hey, it's the other way. It's the other way.
Fouls on Nate Robinson.
It worked out. Tough call.
So here's Rashad McCants. Wore the Mr. T Clubber Lane. I pity the full mask for this one.
We're going to get that money out the table.
Rolls off. McCants is on the board. Missed it. Hawkins pulls down the board. Nate for four.
Too strong. It looked good all the way.
It really did.
A little too strong on the backside, but good look at it. Mismatch inside. Great hand by Amari.
Yes, sir. That's all right.
Nate tied for the league in 4-pointers.
Go.
We already said this one. You got to watch it between McCants and Nate Robinson.
Hey.
Well, you know, when you have a mismatch down low, when you have a smaller player on a bigger player, the one guy that can help you out in that mismatch, you see a travel inside, is when you're guarding the ball, you make that pass in the post extremely difficult.
What up, baby?
Because if you just lay back, you're able to get that pass in, and then that doesn't help the smaller defender.
Let's go to Nate.
Here's David Hawkins. Drives, lays it up. Doesn't get the roll, but he'll go to the line.
Hawk able to turn the corner that time. Al Harrington switched out with just a half a step behind, and Hawk able to get up underneath Al Harrington, not happy with the call.
Missed the free throw.
Are you sure? We got to wake up. Yeah, stay with it, Nate. Don't worry about it. Same team. That's the same team. We got to wake up. It's the same team. Same play.
Looks like a good call that time by the officials.
Here's Rashad McCants.
Hey, we can, hey, wait on it. A little too early, but it worked out, though. Switch that.
Here's David Hawkins.
All right.
Hesitates, pulls, no.
Attack him. Hey.
James White, stolen. Hawkins working on Harrington. Spins, lost it, got it back. Blocked. Good defense by Trilogy.
Actually, great defense that time by Al Harrington. Not only did it pull the chair out from underneath David Hawkins, was right here. I think you got a layup. Not tonight.
Come on, man. Nate Robinson Robinson as he draws the foul with a second on the shot clock.
You wasn't gonna make that. Not that one. I know you got something in your bag, but you weren't gonna make that one.
Kenyon
box
Martin,
out, box
coach
out.
of Trilogy, talking to Nate Robinson.
Flight, get in there. No.
Nate knocks down the free throws.
Hey, on the elbow.
We're
out.
all tied up at 4.
On the elbow out. Set it, shot it, set it, shot it. Shot it, go set it, go set it.
Al Harrington rejected by Amari Stoudemire. He said, give me that.
I don't know what was better. The spin move was excellent, but the recovery that time by Amari Stoudemire to get back in play, right? The beautiful move, but Amari able to recover right back. Get the block shot.
He cuffed that, Jim Jackson.
Yeah, he did. And almost had a chance to save it, just a little off balance right there.
Cross screen. Go to work, switch.
Al Harrington rolls, missed it, follows it up, blocked again, but he puts it back up.
3 times the charm that time for Al Harrington. Got his money's worth. All 3 shots, got 2 points.
Former Atlanta Hawk.
Under. Oh, shit. Give me under.
Here's Hawkins.
Watch it.
Dips. Blocked. James White. And he missed it.
Hey, goddamn. Come on, man. Smack in the face, bro. You hear me? Hey, was that an air ball?
Remember in this first game, too, it was really physical. The pace wasn't a fast-moving, free-flowing pace because both teams are very physical. There's a lot of contact. You can kind of see this game kind of mirroring the first game as well. Not a lot of fluidity offensively for both teams.
Rashad McCants. It's that basket. 4-point lead for Trilogy.
Yeah, I can hear Dr. J just say, put Bonzi Wells into the game. You got to pressure the pass of the passer inside.
You see McCants, he keeps motioning that Nate is too small.
Right here, David Hawkins was in between. So you playing on the side doesn't help. Either you're going to get up on the passer and create and prevent that pass, or you lay all the way back in the lane. Once you're in between, you're not doing yourself or your teammates any good.
Derek Byers will come in for Rashad McCants. And Derek Byers has played great. 17 last week, 15 the week before. 13 the week before that.
That's a foul!
Here's Byers. Instant offense he's been.
Well, and that time, there's really nothing they can do about that, Robinson, except try to reach down and strip the ball.
By yourself right now, by yourself.
Tri-State 1 of 5 here from the field. Nate Robinson for 3. Bonzi Wells is checked in for Tri-State. And here comes Buckets. Working on Stoudemire behind the back. He's got 5 on the shot clock. Hezzy spins, drives, and look at the defense by Amari Stoudemire. He's not having it tonight.
Well, the ability for Amari to slide his feet laterally and keep Al Harrington in front of him, but also not going for the spin moves and hesitations. Staying solid allows Amari to be in perfect position. And Al Harrington got a little get back right there.
Yeah, he did. Got the steal, the assist. And how about Trilogy, the defending champs? They got themselves an 8-point lead on an 8-0 run over Tri-State. Regular season finale. It's a Big 3 here on FS1. Welcome back. It's the Big 3 here on FS1. 8-point lead for Trilogy over Tri-State. Tri-State 1 of 6 from the field, but I tell you what, Amari Stoudemire playing some defense.
Well, he's hustling back in, staying in position, not fighting for ball fakes, pump fakes. Al Harrington is tricky with it when it comes to him putting the ball on the deck and going one-on-one. But as you see, Amari Stoudemire with 3 blocks, not having any of them.
He's also got 4 boards, 2 blocks. He's now tied for the league lead. Tri-State, 1 of 6 from the floor. They go back to that's Amari. How about 8? Leap for that one. 1 of 7 from the field for Tri-State.
Well, I talked about this in the Threes Company game against Killer Threes, our first game that was on Facebook. A team that didn't really have anything to play for other than being professional. Threes Company didn't match the energy early on of Killer Threes. And you see the same thing right here with Trilogy. The Tri-State not matching the effort and force of Trilogy.
That hit on Bonzi, didn't it?
Nate tried to get it into Bonzi Wells. Here's Nate the jumper. Missed it. Dion Glover, former Atlanta Hawk. Welcome back to Derek Byers, who missed it. Puts it back in as he cleans up his own mess. 10-point lead now for Trilogy.
Oh, Moses Malone, tip it up, lay it up, miss it. You get the rebound and the shot and the score. So.
Go to the top.
10-0 run.
DB.
For Trilogy.
Go over the top of that. Go over the top.
Again, not coming in with the right mindset. You want to go into the playoffs with momentum. You've been playing well, but this Tri-State team, even last week, the week before, hasn't really played on all cylinders. Three-headed monsters kind of got up their slump earlier. Tri-State still seems like offensively they're struggling to figure out who they are.
You got to get this offense on track. You got to get this offense on track.
Call that one on Rashad McCants.
And I think a lot of it, too, with their offense being Tri-State, they tend to stand around too much and get bogged down by going one-on-one. When they can move the ball, move their bodies, they get a lot of open shots.
Bonzi Wells misses. Here's McCants. Oh, pull back between the legs. Behind the back, McCants, left hand. No, but he'll go to the line.
DB, next time, go there. Is he there? Hey.
Sometimes you got to be patient as an offensive player. Amari bit for the pump fake, but got back. Shot McCants brings it back through the legs, and look at that right leg is up for Amari. And now he can go right by it, get inside.
Rashad McCants averages 8. Knocks down them free throws.
What you want?
Well, let's go, baby. Let's find some offense.
Don't back up. Don't back up.
I got you.
Don't back up. Don't back up. Don't back up.
12-point lead. Here's David Hawkins. He needs to get going for Tri-State. Spins, fades. No.
Back up.
Here's Bonzi Wells.
Yeah, Bonds with a crash.
Bonzi will go to the line.
What you want on that?
And maybe this
Let's get some movement. Which one we do?
Set
a screen, re-screen.
Shot, rebound, get to the free throw line, get another stop defensively. I like to see a little bit more pick and roll, maybe with David Hawkins and Amari. Spot up Bonzi on the wing, force Trilogy to have to figure out how to guard that pick and roll with a shooter that can pop in Amari, but also a scorer. And David Hawkins coming off.
Tri-State can't buy a bucket. Derek Byers can. Yes, he can. Derek Byers has come off the bench and given him 5 straight points. 19-4, first team to 25 to go to the half. Stoudemire will go to the line.
Well, when you have nothing kind of to lose, being
don't bail him out.
Trilogy, they play with a sense of freedom.
That's good D.
Night you just flow, and that's what we see. Tri-State seems a little tenser in some aspects. Again, positioning in the playoffs is so important. Threes Company loses, gives you a chance to kind of solidify your place, and you don't know what's going to happen next with power.
Yeah, crucial game for Tri-State because came in with the same record as Threes Company. Threes Company lost the first game of the night. So all of a sudden, Tri-State moves up into the 3rd seed. Threes Company drops to the 4th seed, but if Tri-State drops this, they'll fall right back down to 4.
Yep.
That's bad, man.
Al Harrington will check back in.
That's bad, man.
Dion Glover will have a seat. Stoudemire back at the line. Stat has 4 points.
See, y'all got something right about the foul.
Oh, get up, ball. Get in.
And he missed. Here's Rashad McCants. Derek Byers goes right by Bonzi Wells. David Hawkins fouls him at the rim.
Well, he put more than the foul on. That was straight shoulder and body work. Hawk went up to challenge the shot, but take a look at the end of the play. Right? Bam!
Oh, my.
And you know, Derek Byers saw in the corner of his eyes that Hawk was coming over. So he braced himself for the impact.
What else is he going to do with the ball? What else is he going to do with the ball right there? No, he got hit. The ball went that way. The contact forced the ball that way.
Kenyon Martin is coaching, huh?
The momentum forced the ball that way.
Keep attacking, man. That free throw's mine. You gotta make the free throws, bro.
Ref's going to take another look here.
He'll score.
You gotta create more energy
The
out here.
momentum made the ball go that way.
They're switching. They're trying to switch to slow us down. Yeah.
Refs are taking a look to see if he's shooting or not.
Yeah.
He was going to go up for the shot or drop off the pass.
And it's tough to see right here because it looks like when he goes up, he's going up, but then is that the contact that makes him throw it? Does he bring his arm down? Looks like that's going to be a pass. Because the shot wasn't going up, but they're going to give him 2 on that.
What else is he on? No, the momentum.
You lost it?
Hey, if you meet something like this, and the
Derek
ball,
Byers will go to the
way.
line.
Hey, you in a hurry?
At 17 points last week. Trilogy got to win.
Get that money, DB. Red ball.
Hey, we got one down. We got one down.
Right now, he's got 9.
Red ball.
We ain't in the penalty
What we got?
yet.
What we got?
Hey, no fouls. No fouls. Don't back up. Don't back up.
15-2 run for Trilogy.
You good, Al. 3 seconds.
Here's
3
Bonzi Wells.
seconds.
Got it from 12 feet out.
We good. No fouls. Hey.
21-8 Trilogy. 4 points away from the half.
Stay there.
McCann.
Oh, Lord.
Step back 3. That man's a professional scorer.
Oh, Lord.
1 point away from the half. Byers behind the back pass to McCann. He lost it.
Stand up.
Gets it back.
Look it out. 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 Look it out.
McCann loses it. Al Harrington pushed Bonzi Wells off.
Line him up.
You get another look from Ref Cam.
Step back, give me space, make you pay.
We good, fellas. We good. Box out. He with us. Hey, box out. He with us.
Bonzi knocks down the free throws. 14-point lead for Trilogy.
Hey, no fouls, fellas. No fouls.
Next point
You ready?
for Trilogy. We go to the half. Tri-State now in the bonus.
You good, man?
Hawkins in the lane. Powers his way in.
Keep going, Hawk. Keep going.
Shot it.
12-point lead.
Shot it. Attack him.
Here's Byers. He'll go right at Bonzi Wells. Spins in the lane. No.
No foul. No foul. Travel.
Bonzi Wells. Little push. The putback by Buckets. Al Harrington.
Little push,
14-point lead for the defending champions Trilogy.
You're talking about the little push off right there.
Little shiver.
That shiver ended up being an easy layup on the opposite side for Al Harrington.
It's time for the Rap Report. Here he is.
All right, I'm with Al Harrington. You guys took a loss to these guys last time. You're up now. What do you guys need to do to close this out?
Man, just keep playing hard. I mean, we're playing really good defense. Kind of remind me of last year. So it's a little too late, but at the end of the day, we can still win this ball game.
All right, well, good luck, Al. Fellas, that's called unprecedented access. Hashtag unprecedented access.
And only you have it. 26-12, 14-point lead for the defending champs. Tri-State trying to move up in the playoff seedings. It's the regular season finale. It's the Big Three here on FS1.
It's a trilogy with a 26-12 lead over Tri-State here at halftime. And hey, don't tell the defending champs trilogy that this game doesn't mean anything. They came into this game tonight in Atlanta with revenge on their mind. And it all started with Rashad McCants, a.k.a. Mr. T. We saw the mask early on there, banking the jumper, then going to work in the lane. You know, he told Michael Rappaport early on that this was going to be a beatdown, and he's doing everything he can to make that happen. He has been fantastic tonight. Derek Byers as well with the turnaround jumper here. He has 9 points. There he is putting back his own miss, and then later with the long ball from the corner. 9 points apiece for Rashad McCants and Derek Byers. 3 of 7 for McCants, 3 of 4. Efficient night for Derek Byers. 3 boards and a 1 board from Derek Byers. Now our very own Michael Rappaport, the man with all of the access, is standing by with more.
All right, I'm with Bonzi Wells. You guys beat these guys up the first time you played. You're down 26-12 now. What are you going to do to get back into this puppy, Bonzi?
Well, this is a game we needed going into the playoffs. You know, we need to find a little adversity. We're going to come back in the second half, and then we're going to give us the momentum we need going into the playoffs.
All right, well, good luck, Bonzi Wells. That is unprecedented access. I don't know if you have it. I do. Fellas, I expect these guys to not give up without a strong, tough fight.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, they certainly need it. If they want to move up, you never know here, especially with Three's Company already suffering a loss. It's an important game here for Tri-State.
Well, it sounds good. You say the right things and say this is what we have to do. We have to do A, B, C, D. But do you bring that? And we'll be able to see that at the beginning of this second half. First on the defensive end of the court, if Tri-State is there mentally, then on the offensive end, is the flow there? Again, they've been bogged down the last 2 weeks, haven't really looked good. Same thing has happened in the first half. You can talk about it.
Yep.
But let's see if they can put it into action.
A lot on the line for Tri-State and for David Hawkins, looking to be MVP, looking for the scoring title. Came into the night 3 points behind, and he's only had 2 points in the first half. And you see Ricky Davis, he already put up 16. So right now he's the scoring leader. Corey Maggette, you'll see him in his power squad next. Let's see what Tri-State and David Hawkins has in store for the second half. Heard Bonzi Wells say they needed some adversity. Maybe that'll get them going. They're down 14. Here's the Hawk. The 3. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, not what you want on that first defensive possession that time by Trilogy or Al Harrington. The coaches always talk about don't bail a shooter out, be in position, hands straight up. That time, Hawk able to get himself a free 3-point shot.
He knocks down the 3 free throws.
All right, baby. That's the play.
Maybe that'll get him going. Inside Infinite Energy Arena here in the A. Harrington loses it. This is Nate Robinson. Nate, drive, no. Skip pad, James White.
All right, let's go to state.
And here's Hawkins again for 4. It was on target. That one challenged by Hawkins. Hawkins drive, banks it off the glass. David Hawkins has come out with 5 straight.
Well, at that time, Hawkins was able to dip his shoulder, that left shoulder, get underneath Al Harrington, then stretch out and hit that layup.
James has taken flight with 4. Trilogy, 13-point lead. First team to 50, win by 2.
3 seconds. 3 seconds.
Stoudemire spins. Gets his own rebound. Goes up again. He'll go to the line.
You got to stop fouling, Black.
James White there.
They let you foul him 3 times.
Almost like you got to make it. He said, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Elementary school, I went to school, I can count. Can you?
Watch the basket go in right here. Hey, NBA game, you'll be sitting on the bench because you got 3 fouls already.
Stoudemire, these guys talking to each other. He knocks down the free throws.
Hey, Frank, first play.
11-point lead for Trilogy.
Watch the flare.
Here's Harrington. McCants misses.
Well, you went up too nonchalant.
And Harrington, the bucket and one.
Well, Trilogy able to get away from it, but that time, Rashad McCants kind of went up lazily for this shot. You see it right here. Backdoor cut. Bam got it beautiful. He just kind of goes up, but able to recover his own rebound. And now Al Harrington to the line.
And Harrington.
Wish I was in Europe. I just shot the rim.
The 3-point play.
Let's go, baby. Keep your hands up. Let's go. You got to stop fouling. Hands up.
14-point lead for Trilogy. They have really controlled this one from start.
Yes, sir.
Nate lays it up and in. Good drive.
Well, here it is. It was a pick and roll, quick action with Nate Robinson and Mari Stoudemire. It was so quick, Trilogy couldn't react. And guess what? You end up getting another layup. Don't go away from it. Go right back to it.
Fly. Nothing. Come on, come on.
Harrington lost it. Rolling to the basket. Pulls back for 3. Nate. Air ball. James White knocks down the 3.
Flight. Shoot the first. Shoot the first, Flight.
Nate pulls back. Got it.
Defense, defense.
13-point lead now.
Well, when you have quickness like Nate Robinson, you're going to get that little step back shot because guys just don't want to get beat off the dribble.
Hey, watch the hook first. Watch the hook. Come on. Hey, on the spin.
A little grab there by Nate. Watch the right arm. Watch the right arm off the spin here. A little grab. Let him come with me.
We were in striking distance. Come on with me. Need a stop here.
They go into McCants again. Yep. Mouse in the house.
Hold your ground, man. Push him out. 2 hands. Gotta get him out of there.
15-point lead. And Big Al likes it. We're in Atlanta at the Big 3 here on FS1. Welcome back to the Big 3 here on FS1. Rashad McCants being worked on by the trainer there in that timeout. He has 11 points. Hey, remember, he has played very well offensively for Trilogy here tonight.
Well, he has, especially when Nate Robinson has been guarding him on the post or mid-post. Rashad McCants, he take advantage of his size and strength. Again, this dates back to that first game when both players were going back and forth with each other. Got kind of physical, a lot of trash talking, and right now,
you think a cramp there? Let's see, get some.
Not a good look. He's not. They were stretching him out on the floor. I didn't know if it was his back, if it's his hip, or a combination of both, but it's not a good look right now for Rashad McCants.
As Nate hesitates, freezes the defense, and then banks it home. 13-point lead for Trilogy. The defending champs went unbeaten all last season, coming in this one 2-5. There's James White.
Well, part of the problem, too, here with Tri-State, offensively they struggle, but they haven't been able to get consistent defensive stops. So
That's the only way you're going to be able to make a run to kind of cut into this 15-point lead is by getting multiple stops.
Here's Nate for the threes. You saw McCann's hit back to the dressing room. Nate drives, missed it. The kick out. Hawkins thought about the four. Now he drives it. He'll go to the line.
We got to get on the line. Come on. You're out doing it.
David Hawkins.
All right, you got time for that shit.
He's got 7.
Hey, box out.
Missed it. Byers for 3.
It's a little short. Yeah, just a little short right there for Derek Byers.
Al Harrington thought he was going to spin.
Well, he did though, right? It was right thought, but the execution of getting that pass there was a little bit just too far in front of Derek Byers.
Hey, come on now.
15-point lead for Trilogy. 10 points away from victory.
Here I come. Down it.
Drop pass. Stoudemire. He tried to flush it. White.
I got him.
Behind the back to Harrington. 3 on the clock.
I got him.
5 now on the shot clock for Nate Robinson. He'll pull it up. And they just cannot find the answer at all offensively. Harrington, he'll go to the line.
Yeah, it's had some really good shots. Just been a little bit short, a little bit off. And those are the frustrating ones when you're getting open looks, but you can't seem to be able to find the bottom of the net.
You can tell Kenyon Martin felt his team was getting a little winded, especially with Rashad McCants now back in the dressing room. Nice to give him a little breather.
Well, he wants to finish off this game the right way, too, knowing that this Tri-State team, they find their offensive rhythm, get some stops to make a run. So you take a strategic timeout, more so, like you said, to get some rest, talk about some situations and figure out ways to finish this game on and finish this game on.
See Dr. J there talking to his Tri-State squad. You may not know this, but you know Dr. J was an Atlanta Hawk. Yes, Dr. J was an Atlanta Hawk in 1972. Played in 2 exhibition games for the Atlanta Hawks right after his ABA days. And you know what? How about the other coach? Trilogy. It's Kenyon Martin tonight. He's with Michael Rappaport.
All right, I'm here with Kmart, Kenyon Martin. You guys are up. You need to close this thing out. What does your team need to do to pull out this victory?
We want to stop fouling. That's the way they got back in the game in the first half. Well, just stay solid, man. I'm going to get a good shot every time, get a stop.
What's the word on McCants?
He caught a cramp. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he'll come back out. We'll see.
All right, good luck. That's my man, Kenyon Martin. Call him Kmart. Used to be a beast. Okay, took the Nets to the finals against an unstoppable Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, the former New Jersey Nets, now of the Brooklyn Nets, where we're going to be playing our finals August 24th. If that ain't a plug that started with a segue that turned into a plug, I don't know what is.
Took a full circle, didn't you, Michael?
That's called full circle, full axis, full plug.
And see, Mike, that's why we love you. That's why when you come to the dressing room, your name is right there.
Absolutely.
At the bottom.
Harrington knocked down the free throw. I tell you what, 11,216 have come out here to this arena. 11,800 is capacity. So Atlanta showing strong, and so is Amari Stoudemire as he banks it home.
What you think about that, too, this is outside of the city. So traffic coming this way where a lot of people are commuting home, it's tough to get to, but the fans made a dedicated effort to be here, and right now we can feel the energy in the building.
Here's Harrington, spins. Left is short. Here's Nate. Hawkins now. 5 on the shot clock. Nate pulls it from 3. Hawk, crossover, lays it in.
That time Deion Glover got stuck in some mud with cement on that quick crossover, couldn't react in time.
See it happening, baby. See it happening. This is a foul, man.
13-point lead. Here's Byers. No. The Hawk gets the bump, and he'll go to the line.
Hey, can I ask you a question? What's the difference in that drive than Al Harrington's drive? Same amount of contact. Just because he's bigger,
right here with the
quick matter, man.
crossover.
Same amount of contact.
My man D
You can
Glove,
shake your
I
head all
love
you
you.
want. I'm watching
His
the game.
mind told him
Same
to
amount
move
of
to the
contact.
left, but his body just couldn't quite follow what his mind was telling him to do.
You know, hey, you the only one that's violent. Listen, violent out here.
Here's Hawkins. Got it.
We got to stop fouling, man.
And if you're Trilogy, you just don't want to settle for jump shots right here. Derek Byers has been really good at penetrating Al Harrington, getting his body inside, and that's a good pick and roll and a good shot, just not able to knock it down. But I like that better than a forced shot.
3 seconds.
Lost it. And he fouls Deion Glover.
Yeah, that's a frustration foul right there by Nate Robinson, because he felt on multiple occasions he was fouled underneath the rim. The officials didn't call it, and I knew right there Nate Robinson was gonna take that hard
Get out
foul.
of here. Get out of here. You ain't shooting. Come on.
Rashad McCants returned to the bench for Trilogy.
Get him.
Walk into it.
Walk into it, Hawk. Walk into it.
Here's the four
Walk into it.
by the Hawk. Gets his own board. Drops it off to Amari Stoudemire. He lays it in. And all of a sudden the lead is 9.
Well, yeah, because right now, Trilogy
we got to rebound the ball.
just not doing the little things they've been doing to get this lead.
Come on.
Al Harrington taking it to the rim with authority with the spin.
Well, I mean, it ain't that difficult when you know you got Al Harrington. Now, keep in mind, Amari Stoudemire has done a great job throughout this game of staying in front of Al Harrington and making it more difficult for him to be effective. At that time, Al was able to get underneath Amari, play a little bully ball to pick up that foul.
Tri-State on this 8-0 run. First team to 50 wins it, win by 2.
Yes, sir, I'm on.
That stops the run of Tri-State.
Yeah, now in the penalty for Trilogy, you score, you get fouled, you fouled, now you can retain possession.
Hey, look at this.
Here's Buckets. Spin. Up and under.
Offensive money.
Where's he supposed to go?
Yo, man, what you looking at, man?
Where's he supposed to go?
Where am I supposed to go? I'm right there in him. Everywhere he go, I'm there. He comes with the elbows.
Where's he supposed to go?
Man, you fuck.
So I got to get him with an elbow and start foul line.
Hey, if they need a timeout, if they need a timeout, tell them to call one. Hey, I'm bleeding, man. Call a timeout, sir. I'm bleeding. God. Come on, man.
Bleeding. Have somebody look at him.
See Amari Stoudemire being tended to.
They small.
Let's take a look here what Amari Stoudemire's complaining about.
Well, he's in position. I think what the official call was that left hand, left arm. Watch his left arm. Does it come down? No. I thought it was good position. Unless he called a little wrap around the waist. But I don't think he called that. So Amari had legitimate beef while he was out there.
Nate finally gets that corner 3.
So it's not lane violation? Is it not?
8-point game.
8-point lead for Trilogy. They are 6 points from victory.
When last year, this is where you just went, well, I was going to say right to Al Harrington, but because of the lack of communication, the baseline opened up, and Derek Byers was able to recognize that and exploit it for an easy 2.
10-point lead. Trilogy 4 points away from victory. Hawkins drives, banks it home, yes.
We good.
Again, the quick attack favors Tri-State. This Trilogy team is a little bit more physical.
Hawkins has got 13, 11 here in the second half.
Look at this matchup.
Here's Byers.
No foul.
The kick out.
No
Nate
foul.
for 4. Nate from the other side for 4. Hawkins now.
No foul! No foul!
They're going to Bonzi Wells. Fired. Spins, fades, banks it home. Bonzi Wells.
Tough shot, but Kenyon Martin, if you can hear through the mic, is telling his team don't foul. Because you don't foul, because they score, you get the ball. If you foul them, now they get a chance to get to the free throw line. Because being in the penalty, they retain the possession themselves. So if they make the free throw.
Flight.
Well, y'all lucky I got this damn mic on, man.
Yeah, we'll take 20
Take another look.
And
Bonzi.
Does it go off his head? Does it go off his head right here at the end?
It looked like it hit his
So
head.
if you look at it, it's a foul. You gonna call a foul? Huh? So, but if you look at it and it's a foul, you gonna call a foul? Because it's an obvious foul. So, no, I got a question. So how is that not? I'm coaching, so you can talk to me. How is that not a lane violation? If he step in the lane before he shoot the ball, that's a lane violation. Huh? It ain't close, man. No, you know. He over the line before he shoot the ball. That's a lane violation. That's exactly what Nate Robinson did. I'm telling that's what it is, man. Like y'all so iffy on what y'all want to call, what y'all don't call. Just call the game the right way, and I wouldn't have nothing to say to y'all.
How about that from ref cam? Kenyon Martin getting after it. This is what they're looking at. Did Bonzi Wells knock that out of the hand, or did James White lose it?
Well, Bonzi definitely tipped it, but I do believe it may have gone. Again, look at the direction of the ball after Bonzi hits it. So it bounces up.
But it hit. Watch his, is it his left hand? We can roll that angle back again. It almost looked like James White's hand touches that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The carom of the ball changes right here.
Watch
it bounce up.
You see his hand? You see that left? Yeah.
So it bounces up. So it goes off of James White.
It's their ball. Let's go.
Okay.
We need a timeout anyway.
Got it? Which side?
So they say possession, no trilogy. And Tri-State nearly comes up with a steal.
And I don't agree with. I don't see how that one. The ball clearly changes flight pattern after it gets hit. So Bonzi is swiping down, but the ball goes up. It had to hit off of James White.
Throw it in here.
Fired. And here's the push off by Al Harrington.
Yeah, that's about the third one this evening that Al has had. Probably out of frustration a little bit.
If not throwing in the post, focus. How they gonna double five?
Yeah, let's go to Michael Rappaport.
All right, fellas, I am right here under the basket by the padding, and it is physical. These guys are going at it. They're grabbing, they're pushing, they're holding. I cannot believe that that was called on Bonzi Wells. I'm in shock that that was called on Bonzi Wells. But let me attest to something. This is hard-nosed, smash-mouth, grown man, Big 3 basketball. Trilogy is just playing for pride, and they are playing all out down here.
You can't, if a guy's holding, you can't push him off.
You're Dr. J. We thought the foul was on Al Harrington, but they're going to say it's on Bonzi Wells.
That's crazy, man. If you're holding him, he still can't push him off if you're holding him. They can just sit there and hold each other.
Harrington now 9 points here in the second half. Trilogy 2 points away from victory. They can win it right here.
Oh, this is a foul.
And they go to Al Harrington. Bonzi Wells. Turns. Left hand. Got it. The defending champs knock off Tri-State. They get their revenge from a week 1 loss. And Tri-State will finish the regular season at 5-3.
Yeah, Trilogy, not a lot of success this year as far as defending their title, but we saw a lot of this last year when they needed, i.e. a bucket. You got it from buckets, which was Al Harrington, especially in late game situations because he was so tough on the post. unable to stop, just guarding him one-on-one.
Big Al, 11 points in the second half, 17 in the game. He's with Michael Rappaport.
New Jersey's in the house. Big Al Harrington. I'm a man-to-man. I'm asking you a question here. Was that a foul on you or Bonzi Wells?
It was foul on Bonzi. As soon as I turned, he just bear hugged me, so I had to get him off me.
Al, you're an honest guy. I know they call you Big Al. They're not going to call you Honest Al. Listen to me. You guys are playing for pride. You're playing for dignity. How does it feel to pull out this victory, although you guys are out of the playoff?
It feels good, man. You know, I mean, we're a much better team than we showed this year. But, you know, stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to continue to play hard, you know, finish this thing off, be professionals, and that's what we're doing.
All right, congratulations on the win. Keep doing your thing, Al. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I told this to Al Harrington to his face. That was a foul on him. That was a vicious foul. They call him Big Al. They don't call him Honest Al. There's a reason.
Hey, Mike, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
What's congratulations? What is that?
What was the word?
What word is that?
I wasn't going to say that.
What congratulations? What is that?
I got to tell you something. It's so loud in this arena.
Yeah.
I might be saying
you
things.
You got tongue-tied, didn't you?
Basic words, basic English, I might screw them up.
I'm just asking. So how do you do your lines then when you act?
Listen,
you ad-lib, but what are we doing here?
I'm a trained professional actor. I'm a thespian, okay? They call me a thespian. Stage, television, film, I do it all.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The #1 seed, Power. They're up next as Trilogy knocks off Tri-State. It's the Big 3 here on FS1.
Start dropping threes like trilogies, like companies, like PIGs. Got the summer on lock. Big 3 on Fox.
Welcome back in Atlanta. Big 3.
That's old school. Sandlot. Listen, so you don't have chalkboard. You go here, set the screen, slide it down there, put your arm, and now you're going to have the layup. See, that's what I'm saying. That's old school coaching right there. Put it on the hand, right it in the dirt.
That's why she's Lady Magic. Hey, if there's Coach of the Year, she'd probably claim it here. Her Power squad, they win. They're the #1 seed heading into the playoffs in Dallas next week. Brian Custer alongside Jim Jackson, the Birdman.
The Bird, that's my guy.
That's the Birdman.
That's my guy right there. That's my guy.
Does not do pregame interviews, but loves to dap us up before the game. Big game here for Power.
To me, the most complete team in the league is Power. They can beat you offensively with Maggette and Mobley on the perimeter, Q Rich knocking down shots, but also the great combination of power and size with Big Baby Davis, but the energy and the effort, the little effort plays from Chris Anderson inside.
Here's the rosters. Hey, Corey Maggette's got a lot on the line. 14 points. He claimed the scoring title this season. He could also claim the MVP. He's basically the leader in every statistical category going into this game. And Nancy Lieberman, in her first season in the Big 3, what a coaching job she has done with this squad. They've rolled off 4 straight wins. Maggette misses, grabs his own board. The kick out to the cat, Gatino Mobley. And here's Big Baby.
3 shots that time at it for Power. They didn't get it, but I like the energy for them getting those loose balls, those 50-50 balls early on. I know it's the first possession, but having 3 looks at it sets the tone.
Here's Jermaine Taylor. He misses that 3. Big Baby clears the board. He's going to try this 4. Thought about it and throw it in the cat. Here's Big Baby for 3. Walks into it, knocks it down, and gives a shimmy.
Since week 1, we've seen Big Baby not be afraid and have confidence to step in and knock down. It may be a line drive. There's a line drive that's going in. Look at Scal looking to score.
Oh, the white mamba on the attack. Brian Scalabrine.
Yeah, typically Scal would be looking to set up his teammates in that situation. That time he went to score.
Here's Big Baby again, using that body, got him. Oh, it rolled off.
Big Baby can't believe he tricked off that little easy shot inside at that Scal reach.
Here's Andre Owens, 3 on the shot clock. Drive on Gatino Mobley. Shot was too hard. Scal nearly lost it, recovers, and is knocked away by Big Baby.
Yeah, but he should have shot that shot, Scal, right there. He had a nice little 15-foot shot and not afraid to shoot it.
Here we go, fellas.
Lines up on that scrolling basketball and let it go.
Here's Jermaine Taylor. Corey Maggette hawking it. Coast is up that 4.
Here we go, Catino.
Here's Maggette. Good drive, he'll go to the line.
And part of that, too, well, why was he able to get to the basket beating Corey Maggette? One, he hesitated to take his time. But on the weak side, Catino Mobley was spread out behind the three-point line. And you can't provide help off of him. Andre Owens had to kind of stick at home. That opened up the driving lane for Maggette.
So here's Corey Maggette. Averages 17 a game. Came into the night the league leader in scoring, assists. Scal sent to the floor.
Let me explain something. People, scoring is hard, difficult, and particularly when you don't have help. The defensive team can focus in on you. I've been in a situation like when I played in Dallas my 3rd year. Jamal averaged 25, I averaged 26. It opened up because I had other scorers on the team, and that's what you see with Corey Maggette, because he gets a lot of easy baskets, a lot of putbacks, layups, and then he can create because he has other players on the team that create opportunities like you see right there. Because they stay spread out, you can't help in. Now Corey Maggette can go one-on-one.
Maggette's got 7. He is just 7 away from claiming the scoring title from the Big 3. Here's Taylor. Missed it. Maggette claims the boards. He's top 3 in rebounds as well.
Damn, like that?
Fade, in and out.
Stay.
Here's Andre Owens.
Hand up.
Scal shoot it. Knock it down for 3.
I got you. I gave you 1, you give me 1, I take it.
Wheel. Here it comes.
7-5 your score.
Beautiful.
There's the cat.
Nice play. Hey, come on.
Beautiful read and react that time by Big Baby and also Catino. Back door. Two great plays.
And fouls on Maggette.
Well, you know, that last play by Power is called a wheel. And Catino wants to go over and set a screen, but that time he ducked back door. And speaking of back door,
guys, find
Jermaine Taylor able to read Brian Scalabrine, who's an excellent passer of the basketball, to get him going back door.
Taylor's averages 12, had 18 last week, 14 the week before that. He's just been phenomenal, especially from 3.
Here we go.
Down it.
The league leaders in 3-pointers.
Beautiful.
Here's the cat.
Come on.
That's just great offense. You weren't able to finish it, but you got the shots you wanted.
Big Baby using that body. No. Uses it again. With the foot back.
Well, and this is what makes this team so tough. They can beat you so many different ways. Yes, Catino didn't knock down the shot, but Big Baby was able to carve out space inside and ultimately finish on that offensive possession.
He runs into his screen.
Here's Taylor. There's Scalabrine. But Maggette claims the rebound. Call the push here on Scal. Five-point lead for Power. A win, they claim the top seed. Playoffs next week, next Friday in Dallas. You can see it on Fox. Birdman getting ready to check in for Power. Mamba threw it away. Catino Mobley lays it in. First team to 25. We go to the half. But Big Baby getting it done for Power. He's got 5. His team up 7. It's the Big 3 here on FS1. On FS1, we're in Atlanta. Power. A win. They claim the #1 seed heading into the playoffs next week. Thanks in part to Corey Maggette. He's got 4 points already tonight. Came into the night as the scoring leader. Top 3 in rebounds. He's already grabbed a couple of those. And #1 in assists. Safe to say, league MVP?
Safe to say, but I know a guy named LeBron James has stat line like that. Didn't finish get MVP this year. But Corey definitely deserves it because, one, those numbers you see, but plus, if this team can lock up the #1 slot, it's there.
And keep in mind, he's coming off an Achilles injury. Basically towards Achilles in the first game last season. And what a comeback it's been in season for Corey Maggette.
Well, you know how difficult it is to come back off an Achilles injury when you're playing and when you're young, let alone when you're a little bit older. You're not playing as competitively as you were before. You see Tino Mobley using the screen to his advantage, but that just shows the kind of athlete, the kind of dedication and hard work that a guy like Corey Maggette is putting in. That's what allowed him to play for so long in the NBA.
Former Hawk Josh Childress lays it in. After that, Tino Mobley 3. Power now 9 points away from the half. First team to 25, we go to the half. Birdman is checked in. He's going to work on Childress. Turns. Rebound by Owens. He's going one-on-one with Tino Mobley. They kick out to Josh Childress. 5 on the shot clock. Left hand blocked by Birdman.
Oh, my goodness.
Into Q-Rich.
And that's that energy, the hustle, not only the block, like you said, Brian, but the ability to keep the ball inbounds, save it, get it to Q for an easy 2.
Here's Owens trying to work on Cat.
Like Reggie Evans, KYG, know your game. His defense, his rebounding, and his hustle plays. You always want to have a player like Chris Anderson on your team. Look, another play, another deflection.
1 second.
Let's see what deflections do. You may not get the steal, Brian, but now it makes the team have to take the ball out and reset their offense.
1 second.
There's another block by Q-Rich.
Nice job. Hey, Q.
They are smothering the ball hogs. They go to Q-Rich. Working on Andre Owens. Jump hook, no.
Get back.
Here's Childress. Got it.
Can't let that happen. No threes.
7-point lead now for Power.
Go.
Maggette lost it, claims it, turns, shoots the air ball.
Little rush right there.
Be aggressive to the
By
basket.
Power offensively.
Come on, no threes.
Maggette really didn't never get wasn't able to get his feet set on that jump shot.
Power has run off 4 straight wins as Maggette claims that steal, but throws it away. Here's Maggette for 3. A brick.
Come on, Cora. No threes.
Stevenson.
Put your hand up.
Here's Birdman. Q-Rich.
Why don't we stop going to the basket?
Here's Nancy Lieberman leading with her squad to take it to the hole.
Hand up.
Josh Childress, another 3.
And that's something that Nancy Lieberman doesn't want to give up. One, she wants her team to attack the basket. And second, defensively, she wants guys right in the face of the ball hogs and not giving up those 3-point shots.
Here's Q-Rich working on Owens.
Chris, go to the rim.
Tip no by Maggette. And the Owens and the ball hogs are still hanging around. As he knocks down that 3, it's a 1-point lead for Power. And here comes Tino Mobley and Big Baby getting ready to check in. Getty knocks down the jumper. He's got 6.
No threes.
I think fatigue is playing a little role here with Power. I've seen some rebounds they could have gotten to, some missed shots inside. So this could be a really good substitution for a number of reasons for Power.
Sean Stevenson to go to the line. The ball hogs here. Josh Childress with that throw.
A little step back right there into rhythm, and then Andre Owens again. Nancy Lieberman wanted to close down that airspace a little bit more and force the ball hogs to settle for 2s instead of knocking down what we saw with 3-point shots, getting them back in this game and only down by 1.
Owens knocks down the free throws. 1-point lead for Power. First team to 25. We go to the half. Here's Big Baby. Glenn Davis. He'll just power his way to the cup. And 1, Big Baby. Too big, too strong.
Yeah, but also able to, what we like to say is finish through contact. If you watch the reach on Josh Childress, either you're going to wrap him up, and you see on the backside Andre Owens, Big Baby, strong hands, able to maintain possession of the ball and then finish through the foul with a little finesse.
Completes the 3-point play. He's got 8. Power up 4.
Nice
2
job,
points away from the half.
Watch the flare, watch the flare. Tag.
Stevenson. Owens, 1. Yes! Andre Owens.
How many more threes are we going to give up in this half?
1-point lead for Power.
And that's a tough possession right there. No, Coach Lieberman is not happy, but shot clock was going down. You didn't want Andre Owens to drive by you. It was a tough contested shot that a really good offensive player was able to knock in.
Here's Big Baby. Oh, man, that's barbecue chicken there.
That ain't right. That's not fair. That's not fair.
3
Call the law, Brian.
Big Baby powers his way to 2 more. And Power a half away from claiming the #1 seed. They are up 3. As we go to the half, and Michael Rappaport, he's with that Power team and Big Baby.
All right, I'm here with Big Baby Davis. Baby, you're playing good out there. Your old teammate Scalabrini. When he's on you, are you like seriously like I have a mouse in the house?
Yeah, barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken with Scalabrini.
Would you even call him barbecue chicken? That's like is that barbecue chicken?
Yeah, Fruit Loops. I call them Fruit Loops down there.
What are you gonna do to try to pull out this victory, baby?
Just play hard, no matter what their record is or how they're playing. You know, just play hard, get ready for the playoffs.
All right, well, keep doing your thing. You're giving a lot of entertainment to the crowd tonight.
Thank you,
fellas.
That's unprecedented access, folks. 3-point lead for Power. A win, they claim the #1 seed. It's the regular season finale. It's the Big 3. We're in the A on FS1.
Of the people here in Atlanta. The fans just love them. All right, Power right now trying to secure the 1 seed headed into the postseason. They have a 3-point lead over the Ball Hogs at halftime, but we had some great action earlier on in the night. The stars were out and playing like it early on. Steven Jackson, this guy put on a clinic all throughout his game. He had 25 points. You see him hitting from outside earlier. Reggie Evans, been a rebounding machine, but tonight doing it on the offensive end as well. Spots up here, knocks down the J and looks smooth doing it. Al Harrington for Trilogy going to work inside. Here he is in the post, and he had a huge game with 17 points as Trilogy pulled off the upset earlier in the night. And here are your stars. Told you about Steven Jackson's night, 25 points, 6 boards, and how about the double-double from Reggie Evans, 15 points, 12 rebounds on the night, and Al Harrington with a cool 17 points, 9 boards, and now we've got some great second half action, a meaningful game as, again, we mentioned Power trying to go for the 1 seed. They have an MVP candidate in Corey Maggette. Now over to Brian and Jimmy with the second action call.
All right, Pinky, thank you very much. Corey Maggette 8 points away from claiming that scoring title, but in the first half for Power, Big Baby, 10 points in that first half.
Always creates something. His energy, his effort, the ability for him to kind of dance a little bit inside the lane, but then also stretching out the defense. You'll give it to me, I'll take it. I'm going to shake it and send it for you. And also showing the ability to keep plays in line, the playmaking ability, and here, for being such a big, powerful guy, the ability to finish softly inside is one of his trademarks. So excellent first half, and not only Power, but Big Baby Davis.
So Corey Maggette, 6 points in that first half, needs 8 to claim the scoring title, and cramped up a little bit too at the end. So that's something you want to watch for here in the second half. And for Power, a victory, and they claim the #1 seed. Playoffs next Friday on Fox in Dallas. And the three-headed monsters, well, they sit atop right now, but Power's already beaten them during the regular season, so with a victory, Power will claim that #1 spot.
Again, you want the #1 seed. You want to win the league in regards to that aspect of going into the playoffs with an advantage, but the work is not cut out for us. We saw Ball Hogs kind of make a run right before the end of the half, so they're very capable, being the Ball Hogs, of making this an extremely tough second half for Power.
So Power will start the second half the way they started the game. Big Baby Glenn Davis, Cuttino Mobley, Corey Maggette. For the Ball Hogs, Deshaun Stevenson, Jermaine Taylor, Brian Scalabrine. This is Deshaun Stevenson. Good pass to the Mamba. That's why they call Scalabrine the White Mamba.
But a great set play coming out of the halftime. And again, this team has been built on movement, ball movement, and that time, Scal able to sneak in there and get a nice little dunk.
1 point lead for Power. Big Baby spins off of in reverse, but there's a block by Scal.
Oh, come on.
Let's go back to
Where did he
the
hit
nice
him?
pass.
Oh, my God.
Mamba backdoor. Big Baby can't recover.
He hit the ball.
Again, setting the screen and then rolling. Pretty much the screener's the man that gets open, and that time excellent pass by Deshaun Stevenson.
Unbelievable.
So here's Big Baby.
Way to go.
Knocks it down. He's got 12. The lead is 3.
Talk to each other. Now we guarding it. Now we guarding it.
Here's Mamba. Spin. Awfully aggressive is the Mamba tonight.
Well, we needed to see this earlier in the season because a lot of times Brian Scalabrine would just move and dribble to set other guys up. But in this game, we've seen the Scal really look offensively to attack, and that opens up a lot of other opportunities for his team.
At some point of the night, we're going to have to get Michael Rappaport to check in on his stepbrother, Brian Scalabrine, and find out why Brian Scalabrine is so aggressive this evening.
That is not a problem. I think that he's the heartbeat of that team. He's moving around. Look at him moving his feet on defense. I think, listen, Brian Scalabrine is a valuable part of that team. The Ball Hogs have been a big disappointment. You know, that team comes and goes with Brian Scalabrine, a.k.a. the White Mamba.
Right now, they're down just 2. Here's Jermaine Taylor. Left hand. There's Scal again with the tip. Rolls off. Ball Hogs with just 1 victory, 1-6. There's Brian Scalabrine working hard. Perfect from the field. He's got 9 points. 8 points over his season average. Tino Mobley, nearly the and 1.
Hey, let's go straight up.
So here's Cuttino Mobley shooting 1 for 2. He's got 7. Back heel of the rim.
The free throw miss there by Power. Cuttino Mobley usually reliable once he gets to the free throw line. See him kind of working out the kinks. and his jump or his free throw shooting technique.
Gotta take the ball back. Gotta get it back.
That's knocked away by McGetty. Keep in mind, next Friday, the playoffs begin for the Big 3 from the Big D in Dallas. Sean Stevenson misses that 3. McGetty got it for 3. He's got 9. 5-point lead for Power.
Talk out the screen. Talk out the screen. Drive.
Mamba, 2 on the shot clock. Spin, blocked by Cuttino Mobley. What a defensive play by the Cat.
Come on, staying solid to your principles on the defensive end. Cuttino right here. Again, Cuttino always loves to get his hands in there, and right before Scal goes up, he's able to knock it down with his hand a little bit and then block it up top.
Here's Glenn Davis. Boy, that's a wide load coming into you. You think? You heard Scal. My goodness. Here's Jermaine Taylor. That one's knocked away. Big Baby is going to get a blow. Birdman will check in. Chris Anderson. Josh Childress will check in for the ball haul. Scal will get a break. Andre Owens for 3. Another rebound for Corey McGetty. And another jump shot for McGetty. He's got 11.
3 points off. Closing out the regular season as the scoring leader. Yep. But I like how he's going about his business, because you know he wants to get it, but he's not forcing it, you know?
He's working on Childress now. Turns, in and out. Here's Andre Owens working on the Birdman. He knocks it away from him. 7-point lead. First team to 50 wins it. McGetty will get a blow. Taylor. Yes, for 3. Jermaine Taylor. One of the league leaders in 3-pointers. Here's Cuttino Mobley. Beautiful. Q Ridge open 3. It's short.
Spread it out. Spread the floor. Spread the floor. Slide over.
Here's Q Ridge again. Oh, good fade. Up and under. Birdman cleans up the mess. The bucket and 1. And
Birdzilla. And why not, Brian? Why not finish off that play with Chris Anderson making a layup? Because if it wasn't for his effort in keeping that possession alive, this 2 points and now potential 3 would be in play.
And he completes the 3-point play. 10-3 run by Power. They're up 7. Corey McGetty looking for a win, the scoring title, and MVP. He's 3 points shy. It's the Big 3 here on FS1. KB, thank you very much. Welcome back to Atlanta. That's the league founder, Ice Cube, beautiful wife, sitting courtside, listening to his own music.
And she right there rapping with it, too.
Yeah,
like, what?
Let me tell you something. It's physical in the Big 3, and the players have been abusing our Michael Rappaport all night long. Look at this. Grabbing it, because, you know, you can hand check in the Big 3. Look at Birdzilla. When he's trying to warm up, he said, get your hand off me, Rappaport.
False sense of security. I mean, it's false sense of his star power. That's why the players right now, Chris Anderson, eyeing him up, and all you gotta do is just flinch at Rap, he go jump.
Hey, Rap,
Yes.
We got the playoffs coming up. I think some of these players don't like your unprecedented access.
Well, that's just jealousy, okay? And that's not going anywhere. I'm on the court. I'm backstage. I'm in the locker rooms. I'm in the cars. I'm in the vans. I'm here for the people. I am a man of the people of the Big Three. I'm the biggest fan. I'm having so much fun. I can't wait for Dallas. I can't wait for Brooklyn. The finals in BK in the Barclays. I'm having a great season. It's season 2. Unprecedented access. Hashtag unprecedented access.
Can you get off the court so we can start the game?
Hey, do you like this move? Check this out.
No,
you like that?
No, I want you to ask another player, are they going to enjoy their shower again?
That's a mic drop there. He just had to walk off on that one. There's Jermaine Taylor trying to squeeze it into Childress. Look at the Birdman diving on the floor. Andre Owens as well. Oh, the hustle here in the regular season finale.
And both guys laughing and enjoying it. It's competitive, but it's in the great spirit of the game to lay it out there on the line. Look at this. How did Chris get back up and then get back on the floor for the second time?
Power basketball. 7-point lead. First team to 50 wins it. Win by 2. Power wins. They're the #1 seed heading into Dallas next week. Here's the Cat. That's his moneymaker right there.
You started it right. Cat wanted to get there, and it's to his left. He's going right, but he's able to fade and get that left hand extended. Nice soft touch also at the end.
Latino's got 9. Josh Childress. The kick out to Jermaine Taylor. Birdzilla's there for the rejection. There's Cuttino Mobley. Mobley's got 11.
Great block.
Power 9 points away from victory.
Well, there's the value once again of having a player like Chris Anderson who understands positioning on the court, able to slide over and not lose space, block the shot and keep it alive for Cuttino to knock in that 3-point play.
The Cat has 12. It's a 12-point lead. Power's 8 points away from victory.
You know, and it looks like from here, Corey Maggette may be out of the game for wrapping his hamstring up.
And the Cat is purring. He's got 14.
And when you have a guy like Cuttino Mobley that can score, even if Corey Maggette is not in the game, you still have a viable scoring threat that can beat you in multiple ways.
Ball fake, Taylor. The 3 no, here's Childress.
Stand up. 3, 2.
There's a push by the Birdman.
Tough right there, shot clock going down, and Birdman just a little out of position.
You talked about Corey Maggette getting worked on there by the trainer there. You can see him stretching out his leg. Cramped up.
Yeah, it seems like a little hamstring issue right there. That wrap right there to keep it tight.
Here's Childress. Knocked away by Cuttino Mobley. Back to the Cat. Cuttino Mobley going off. They smell victory. They're 4 points away. 12-0 run for Nancy Lieberman's Power Squad.
Now, of all the teams we've seen going into the playoffs, you tell me who's looked the best. If it's not this Power team,
it's Power.
I don't know who it is, but a well-oiled machine.
Here we go, Cat.
You know, the beauty is they play the team concept to a T.
Here's a block by Andre Owens. Open 3, yes, Deshaun Stevenson. 13-point lead. Power can win it with a 4. Here's Q Rich. To Birdman. Who throws it away.
that. You got to shoot it.
Tino Mobley will set it up. 5 on the shot clock. Drive. He's left-handed, and he lays it in. The Cat. 21-6 run by Power. Mobley's got 18. The game-high score. Step back. Childress, yes. Here comes point game for Power.
Who do you think he'll get it?
You gotta go to Catino. You gotta go to the Cat.
Of course.
Here we go. Here we go, Q.
Here's Q Rich
Get there.
for the game. The Cat. Oh, he threw the alley-oop to Birdman, and it was a little too hot.
Well, you know what? It was the right decision that time, Birdman. It just slipped right through his hands, and that's the right play. And Birdman had to tap his chest and say, my bad, bro.
No.
Stevenson for 3. Yes. He can make those in his sleep. 10-point lead.
You know they can only do one thing. Come on. That was a great pass.
Here's Catino Mobley. He's been unstoppable in the second half. They go inside the Q Rich, working on Owens. Turns in the lane. Thought he was fouled. Josh Childress now will go to the line.
This is where we got to stay mentally sharp at this end of the game. I know. Box out.
Childress knocks down the free throws. Childress has 12 now. Lead is 8. Here's the Cat. Screen from Birdman. Drops it into Birdman, who dunks it home. And Power has now won 5 straight. They're the #1 seed heading into the postseason. Who's got the power in the Big 3? It's Nancy Lieberman's Power Squad.
I did hit that stuff. The most dangerous team in the league. They can beat you so many different ways. And it's not just the talent, it's combining, Brian, that talent with high IQ and the unselfish play, combined with a coach that puts their team in position to be successful. A simple pick and roll, well executed by Cat, and the finish inside by Birdzilla.
This game was tied up at 27 all. Power went on a 23-13 run, thanks in part to who should be Coach of the Year, Nancy Lieberman. She's with Michael Rappaport.
All right, Coach, you guys clinched the playoffs, #1 spot. How much fun have you had in your first season, season 2 of the Big 3?
You see my smile? I have the greatest guys. Our locker room is pure professionals, and we're honored to be in this Big 3 league. Thank you to Ice Cube for everything you've done.
Now, heading into the playoffs, what are you guys going to do next week in Dallas to keep this thing going? Because one win, party's over.
It's going to be fun. I mean, we're going to have to take it up another notch. We'll look at the film. We'll see what Tri-State does. We've already played them once. And we're excited. You know, this is what we play for. And we got 2 guys with 2 rings. So we've got winners on our team.
All right, well, good luck. Congratulations. I'll see you in Dallas. Christina, it's been a great night in ATL.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Rap. Congrats to Power and Nancy Lieberman securing the 1 seed tonight. They are riding a hot streak now, headed in to Dallas next week. The playoffs begin, and we'll see the schedule next week in Big D. Ghost Ballers playing the Ball Hogs. That game will be on Facebook, then on Fox. Killer Threes facing Trilogy. Then the semifinals will begin. Here's your postseason matchups. Threes Company versus the Three-Headed Monsters in a 2-3 game. That's on Fox. Then Tri-State versus Power. You just heard Nancy Lieberman previewing that game, and you see the bracket there. That is your playoff picture. Then the championship in Brooklyn. Now, for Brian Custer, Jim Jackson, and Michael Rappaport. This is Christina Pink thanking you for joining us here in Atlanta. You've been watching the Big 3 exclusively on FS1.
Got the summer on lock. Big 3 on Fox.